You're looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, you can boom with the bass down. Skimming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. But pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I stole. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster, silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to decide my face this all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where do we go? Nigga, and we hate poor. Wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano with guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live in the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy, petting on the Rico, digging in my pocket, and I profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of the Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I see you. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet up, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trust it back for y'all. I rap, I'm black on track, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I'm right till I'm right with God. When you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where do we go? Nigga, and we hate poor. Wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high. I cross my heart. Love me is my fear. Too afraid of my changes. I'm alright in your favor. Dark nights in my prayers.
Remember your bitch ass was conflicted. What's up, cousins? What's going on? Come on in here. Get in here and get comfortable. Relax. Leave a comment in the comment section if you haven't already and let your presence be known. Smash the like button as well as you come in. You already know the routine. If you are a regular cousin that's always pulling up and showing love, smash the like button. Smash the like button. It helps us to get into the algorithm and all of that good shit. Also, share the video if you would like. Share it on your social media. Share it with one of your cousins. Share it with your mama. Share it with your daddy. Share it with your granny. And let them know the cousin Monie is live because we got some stuff to talk about today. You know, not too much, not too crazy. I got a few things to talk about. I see there's some stuff going on in these YouTube streets that I wanted to touch on. So shout out to everybody who's here. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to my mods who are always early and on time, very punctual. Appreciate you, Kwani. Appreciate you, Unapologetic. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's the goal for the night. It's Friday. We ain't got no job tomorrow to work. Well, some of us probably do. Some of us probably don't. But it's Friday at least. So we could stay up a little late. We don't gotta go to bed early. So So yeah, appreciate y'all pulling up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and yeah, let's get to it. Our typical roll call. Let's get that out the way. Again, shout out to my moms. Appreciate y'all. I did not lock the doors today. I did it. So be on the lookout for weirdos. If you see anyone being weird, boom them. Boom them immediately. We're not doing the stupid shit tonight. So again, shout out to Kwani, shout out to Unapologetic. Shout out to my girl Kaylani. Appreciate you pulling up. Doing a go drive by. Shout out to Ash. What's going on, girly? Shout out to Goldie. Appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to Tiff. What's going on, Tiff? Shout out to Leah. Appreciate you being here, girl. TT's in the building. What's up? Nikki's in the building. Lily is in the building. Hey, Lily. Southern Belle is here. V7 is in the building. Nikki's in the building. Appreciate you. Shout out to Ash getting a goal off to a good start. Appreciate you, love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tess. What's up, girl? Shout out to Lily as well, contributing to the goal. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Charlotte's in the building. What's going on? Nash is in the building. Barbados is in the building. What's up, Carrington? What's going on? Naya is here. TW is here. Well, Bree, excuse me. What's going on, Bree? Shout out to DD as well, contributing to today's goal with the 20 ball. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Natalie is here. Lex Crazy Ass is here. Last time I spoke to Lex like 2 hours ago, she was being fresh. She was being a little mannish now. Shout out to my girl Lex though. Love her down. I'ma miss that FIFA match just for you. LOL. Gotta lock into the lot. Who's playing? Who's playing? I have no idea who's playing. I haven't been keeping up with the FIFA matches. Loki is in the building. What's up? My girl Simply J is here. What's going on, Jay? Lily, your profile picture is gorgeous. She is, right? Beautiful. Lex, don't get put in timeout, Lex. I ain't playing with you. Bree said, I love the new Steve Lacy Scissor song. Also, Raven Lenane's song Fire too. You know what? I can't even comment on whether I like it or not. I have been terrible with the new music drops, to be honest. I gotta keep it real with y'all. I haven't been able to, really listen to new music like I've been wanting to. But the music that I have been listening to is the ones that I've been doing reviews for the most important song. So I've been listening to full albums. But hopefully I can get back to listening to singles and shit. Because I know a lot of stuff dropped last night. I know Future dropped last night. Glorilla dropped last night. Apparently Glorilla is dissing Megan. For some reason, Glorilla really won it with Megan Thee Stallion, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, what is your point? What is driving you, Glow, to feel like you can go toe to toe with Megan Thee Stallion? I don't get it. But here we are. I want to look at those lyrics in a second with y'all to see if y'all think this is a shot at Megan Thee Stallion or not. Also, what do I have? Yesterday we watched Pretty Ricky and the B2K Verzuz, and the results are in, which is crazy. The results, crazy. I'm gonna pull that up in a second. Also, Jay-Z has a documentary, an 8-part documentary that's gonna be coming out, which I think is pretty interesting. Kendrick is still collecting awards 2 years later after GNX release, so that's pretty dope. AZChike got his Grammy certification, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna pull that up in a second. I also see one of the podcasts was talking about how Black music isn't charting and doing well, and I just thought it was funny coming from who it's coming from. So we're gonna talk about that in a second. And I also see there's some some shit going on in these YouTube streets. I wanted to watch a video that Jay Nolan made. So shout out to Jay Nolan. I'm gonna get to that in a second as well. You know, give my 2 cents. I wouldn't be me if I didn't give my 2 cents, right? And then I also wanted to watch that hold on, no. I wanted to watch that Geek About It. They put a new video out. Apparently, one of the cousins sent it to me, and they told me this is probably cool to watch on a stream with the cousins. So I'm gonna watch this. Kendrick's movie is the most unhinged comedy of 2026. So if we get to that, we get to that. But those are the few things that I do have written down. Again, you know, as always, if there's something you want to talk about, just let me know or let the mods know and they will let me know. I do got my Discord open, so I will get the notification from the mods if something does pop off. So just let them know and they'll let me know. But yeah, here we are. Shout out to Jay towards the goal. Great live last night. I was rolling. Yeah, last night was funny as fuck. I really enjoyed last night's stream. I didn't know how the Pretty Ricky versus B2K stream or Verzuz was gonna go, excuse me, but it ended up being funny, if anything. It ended up being funny, if anything. And speaking of that, I might as well just pull that up and get that the first topic out the way. Hold on, y'all. Why is this coming up like this? What is this music in the background? This should sound like porn music. Hold on, excuse me, y'all. Let me turn this shit down a little bit at least. Sound like we're in a fucking porno. What is happening? Okay, I think this is better. Yeah, I think this is much better. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, thank you so much, Simply J, towards the goal. Thank you so much. But yeah, so Hot New Hip Hop posted the results from the Pretty Ricky versus B2K versus last night, and y'all, B2K didn't win one round. Didn't win one round, y'all. It was a fucking landslide. A fucking landslide. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a versus where someone didn't even get around. Now, granted, I feel like Jadakiss and the Locks walked Dipset down, but I think at least Dipset got in at least a couple rounds. B2K didn't get one round. Jesus Christ. They whooped them boys something serious. And it's low-key surprising because if you're going off of, you know, like mainstream standards, right? B2K would be considered the more critically acclaimed artist between Pretty Ricky and B2K because, you know, B2K was more mainstream. A lot more of the fans really had access to B2K. They were on the popular tours, headlining the popular tours and all. Even now, B2K is, or Omarion isn't basically like the headliner of the Millennial Tour, and Pretty Ricky are like basically supporting acts on that tour. But man, they came prepared. They came fucking prepared, and they smoked them. But then again, that's what Verzuz is about. Verzuz is about being able to have camaraderie, being an actual group. When it's a group setting, you have to actually be a group. You actually have to fucking like each other to be able to get on that stage and perform the way that you're supposed to perform. These niggas do not like each other. These niggas only come together when there's a recession. Seriously, they do not like each other. And that showed last night the same way it showed with Dipset when they went up against the Locks. Them niggas don't fuck with each other. They only fuck with each other when it's time to make some money. And it showed last night. Because personally, I grew up on B2K. Personally, the first tour I think I've ever went to was headlined by Bow Wow in Madison Square Garden, and B2K was a featured group on the tour. So I've seen B2K in action live multiple times. The Millennial Tour, when the first installment of the Millennial Tour in 2019, I went to that shit at the Prudential Center in North New Jersey. Unfortunately, that's the same day Nipsey Hussle died. So it was kind of like a damper. But I've seen B2K in person many a times. Pretty Ricky also performed as well, I think. I can't remember. But they got walked down last night. They got cooked last night. And it shows. It shows how, unfortunately for B2K, their music didn't translate all these years later. Granted, they were a teen group and they made music for teens, teen girls, rightfully so, but you can tell that they never had the opportunity to be able to transition into young men making um music as young men. Omarion was tired of them niggas at that point. He now went off and started making his grown and sexy music while their catalog is just based on being teenagers and trying to get with other teenagers. So putting them up against Pretty Ricky, who had the best of both worlds. They had the teenagers, but they also had the young adults as well. They catered to that side as well. They weren't PG-13. They were explicit, and the music hit. The music hit way better, even though B2K has more commercial success than Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky got the streets basically. They got the streets basically, and it showed last night. So, Girlfriend versus Grind with Me. Grind with Me won 85%. Grind with Me should have won at like 95%, to be honest, versus Girlfriend. They did versus Your Body. I would have probably with personally. Gots to Be versus Juicy. What a Girl Wants, Shorty Be Mine. I would have went 100% Shorty Be Mine. And another thing with B2K as well too, like their set list was terrible. Terrible. Monie, that clip you posted from You Got Served on Twitter had me rolling. Yeah, that shit is funny. They let Mr. Rad down twice. Hold on, let me see if I can get the clip. They let Mr. Rad down twice. Shit is crazy. They got their ass whooped.
You can't lay. Put your head up. You lost the money. It's gone. You can't lay around in your misery too long.
Lift your head up. You lost the money, nigga. Not the recession group. Listen, I'm telling you, it was bad for them last night. Very bad. Whoever did they set list set them up seriously, and it low key looked like they were doing their set list while they were there. Like they didn't prepare for any fucking thing. It looked like there was some lady standing off to the side, and she looked like she was going through the set list herself. I don't know, but they were not prepared at all. And yeah, they won. They won by a landslide. 18-0. 18-0. And what's funny is I posted on a community tab, but earlier, Willie Taylor from Day 26, he called out both Pretty Ricky and B2K. He said, "Great show tonight, fellas, but for what Verzuz consist of, easy work. Honestly speaking, we would have smoked both groups tonight. Smoked." Day 26, Willie, stand down. Please stand down, because I fuck with Day 26. I fuck with y'all a long way, but y'all only got like 3 songs, bro. Y'all only have 3 songs. So what were you really gonna do? Versus you gotta have at least 10. At least 10. Y'all only got 3 that we know y'all from. And will Diddy allow y'all even to perform the songs? I don't think he's gonna allow y'all to perform. I don't know. Shout out to Unapologetic. Y'all, let's get those likes up. Let's get the likes to 100. Smash the like button and support the channel. I would really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. I only know one. What's up, Tony? What's going on? Day 26 got two songs. Day 26 got three songs. Don't shortchange them, Delisha. Do not shortchange them. Give them their credit for all three of their songs. They got Co-Star, they got Me Going, and what's the other one? What is the other one? Damn, why am I having a brain fart? Maybe they only got two songs. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe they only got two songs. Since You've Been Gone. Since You've Been Gone is the other one. That's the one I actually like. Since You've Been Gone. Since You've Been Gone is the other one. So yeah, Since You've Been Gone, Co-Star, and Got Me Going. Those are my three from Day 26. Fire. But a lot of people say that the whole album is good. I personally haven't listened to the whole album in a long time, so I can't remember. But a lot of people do say the whole Day 26 album is fire. So I can't recall. Cap, nobody really cared about that made for TV shit from Diddy. Not too much, Michael. Not too much. Because again, those three songs are my song. Those three songs are fire. Since you've been gone, I stayed up way all night. I like that song. Stop playing. Stop playing. Fire. But you need to have some popular songs. That's the problem, I think. Those three songs are popular. The rest, I don't know. Those three songs are popular. That nigga just want attention though. Willie, go sit down somewhere. What's up, Dave? What's going on? That nigga just wants some attention. And I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at all. Yeah, man. If you have not already, please do me a favor and smash the like button. We got about 65 likes. There's 100 people plus in here. Please do me a favor and smash the like button. I would appreciate that very, very much if you are enjoying the stream. Don't be in this bitch silent watching, okay? We do not do that over here. We don't. Hold on. Why does my sound keep going out? That is weird. So let's talk about this Glorilla shit real quick. Let's talk about this Glorilla shit. Because apparently she's dissing Megan Thee Stallion. That's what the people are saying. That's what the streets are saying. That Glorilla won it with Meg. Glorilla won it with Meg. And I just don't get why. Oh shit, he being nice today. He being nice. He being nice. He must want something, or he about to act the ass. I don't know. But how many songs do you think you need to actually compete in a versus, or does it even matter? Yeah, versus is 10 songs typically, 15 to 10 songs. It's, to be honest, with the songs, I think because versus started out as a producer thing, so it was producers and songwriters going head up against each other, and they picked 20 of their songs that they're known for. I personally think that should be brought down to at least 10 to 15 with artists, because a lot of these artists don't have 10 hits, if we're being honest. A lot of y'all don't even got 10 hits. So I think personally, verses should be brought down to maybe 10 to 15 songs. B2K and Pretty Ricky, they did 18, but it's typically 20. Um, but I think that only makes sense for songwriters and producers. If you're just an artist, especially if you only had like a career for like 5 years, give me a good solid 10 songs, you know? So, um, hey y'all, finally caught alive. What's going on, cousin? What's up? How you feeling? Dang, she feeling herself. She fucking feeling herself. So, Glorilla put out a song called Maine, I guess. And she's taking shots at Megan Thee Stallion. She said, "Bitch coming from me, who gospel? I put a bitch right on my platter. Don't try to little sis me, I passed her. Thought I was main hoe, think faster. Victim playing asshole, stop capping. Hoe went straight to hater from clapping." I don't know if I sounded like her. I tried to sound like her, but I don't think I sounded like her. Um, yeah, this, and people think she's talking about Megan. People think she's talking about Megan. Bitch coming for me who gassed her. I'll put a bitch right on my platter. Ho tried to little sis me, I passed. I don't know who she passed. I don't know who she passed. A bitch who can't headline her own arena tour can never tell me she passed me. Could never tell me you passed me. Baby girl, I put you on, you were on my tour. Until you get on a fucking arena tour by yourself, until you hold some Grammys by yourself, until you get a #1 single by yourself, stop fucking playing with me, Glorilla. Because who you feeling like? I don't know who put a battery in your back. I don't know if it's Yo Gotti in his big ass head. But y'all need to go back to the drawing board. Because if you think she fucked up Nikki, what you think she gonna do with your little ass? Huh? Exactly, Dave. Ho, if I introduce you to Beyonce, keep it the fuck cute. Cute, cute. Ain't that how she say it? Cute. Keep it cute. On no day have you passed Megan Thee Stallion. Okay? Again, until you headline your own arena tour, until you hold some Grammys in your hand, until you get a #1 single, ho, you will always be behind me. Okay? Some thought I was main ho, think fast, the victim plan asshole, stop cap. All right. So now I'm starting to think you posting that story on your that post on your Instagram story with the Tory Lanez music in the background was intentional. I'm starting to think you did that intentionally. I bet thought you was doing that intentionally because your friend came and jumped out the window, pumping her chest out. Like, bitch, who are you? We don't even fucking know you. Who are you? But you've been wanting to beef with Megan Thee Stallion so fucking bad. I'm not understanding. You can't want to beef with a bitch who you trying to be like. You literally trying to morph into Megan Thee Stallion right before our eyes. You copying her outfits. You copying her hairstyles. You done got on that Megan Thee Stallion tour and she turned your sexy up. Now you feeling yourself, bitch? The audacity of you. The audacity of you. I done took you from a little tomboy to a bad bitch. Now you feeling ungrateful, hoe. Oh my God. You feeling yourself. You smelling your pussy. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. No. Let's wrap this shit up by the night. I can't respect it if you're not putting no name on it. I can't respect it. I can't respect it. Get the fuck out of here, Glorilla. Get the fuck out of here, little nigga. Wrap it up. We're not doing this. Nope. Not doing it. Kwani pick a side. His flip flopping ass. What he in here saying? I like both. Who don't you like? This nigga wanna hump everybody leg. I'm tired of him. Hey Bean. What's going on? Tess said if I were Megan, I'd pay Glorilla for a feature and we tag team now. I'm petty. Nah, it ain't even worth it. Megan can handle her on her own. She dissing now. Next, she gonna apologize on stage and make some noise if you love Meg like I do. As do I. I can't. Oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious. Did somebody mention me? What is this? Not a ring. Oh yeah, man, we'll see. Do y'all think Megan should respond to this, or just keep it moving? Hmm. I would, you know what? I would love Megan to slap a bitch upside her head because I feel like bitches is playing with her for real. I think people think that his shit was a fluke at this point. Ain't Glorilla about to drop an album? She pulling a lotto, trying to use beef to boost sales. Same old trick, same old tricks. Glo don't want it with Megan in the booth for real. She don't. But I think these bitches think his was a fluke. I honestly do. So maybe she might have to snatch the bitch out her shoes for a second. What did I miss? You ain't missed nothing really. We just talked about Pretty Ricky dog walking B2K. And now we just finished talking about Megan. Um I kind of want her to pull a subliminal too, test temperatures. Now don't even subliminal. Say that bitch name or say something revolving around glowing. Megan, you clever enough to do it. Megan need to get her shit off. She's been through too much for real. And Megan not gonna let this slide. She'll just do it on her own time for sure. I don't like it either. She hanging with sexy red. Bitch got bitches. You know what I can't stand? I can't stand when a bitch get around some other bitches and they start acting brand new. That's one thing I can't stand because ho, you wasn't acting like that when you was by yourself. Now you feeling bad because you got this dirty bitch in your corner. Okay. I see. I see what happened. You got to get around bitches to start feeling tough. I see what's going on. Okay. Yeah. I see what's going on. Before Mad Glow didn't even have a song. Exactly. I said it earlier. Turned that bitch sexy up. Before you was walking around here in fucking um what do they call them shits? Jumpers? Bitch, you walking around here in jumpers and Tims. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You went on one tour with Megan and turned your sexy up. Now you feeling yourself? Now you think you the baddest bitch in the world? Okay. All right. Cool. So what's the backstory to Glow and Meg falling out? Like, didn't she take her own tour? We don't even know. That's the thing. We don't know. She took the girl on tour, got on a feature song with her, showed the girl nothing but love, helped her change her whole look, literally glowed her up, had her feeling good, praising her, showing her mad love, performed on stage with her and everything. Now all of a sudden you dissing her on the internet. Let's say something did happen behind the scenes. Why you bringing it to the internet? I ain't said nothing. I ain't told nobody nothing that we had maybe a disagreement behind the scenes or some shit. But bitches start hanging with other bitches and now they feeling themselves. Now they think they can do better than me. Ho, you can't do better than me. I taught you everything you fucking know. And you not even applying the shit that I taught you because you still in the same place. That's what's pissing me off. This sound like Drake and Kendrick backstory. Not the Drake and Kendrick story all over again. This is crazy. This is crazy. And then it was Glow posting Tori's songs or something. Yeah, she posted it. I mentioned this a little earlier. She posted something on her story that had the Tory song attached to it, and she claimed she didn't know that the song was attached to it. But I don't think that's the truth because her friend jumped on the internet jumping out the window. This shit just all seems very fake and phony. Bitches just want attention. Somebody said she about to drop an album. Maybe that's what she trying to do. Use beef to promote her album. Motherfuckers never want to just do a proper rollout and use good music to promote their album. They want to promote their album with negativity. That's how you know the album is trash. That's how you know it's trash. Hmm. Maybe something happened on tour. Y'all kind of sound like Drake fans. How we sounding like Drake fans? How we sounding like Drake fans? If I take you on fucking tour, right? I show you nothing but love, right? Show you nothing but love. Turn your sexy up. Help you with your confidence. Help you with your smile. Glorilla said this out her mouth. So we're not just making this up. We're not just pulling this out our ass. She's showing appreciation to Megan Thee Stallion. They go and they perform on TV together. They're doing everything together. Everything is cute and happy and fun. And we're the best of fucking friends, right? But all of a sudden, you bring some shit that probably happened on it back behind the scenes. There's probably a disagreement behind the scenes, and you bring it to the internet and you post a meme with the nigga that shot me. What the fuck you think we gonna think? We just seen you on tour with this girl. We just seen you hugging this girl, talking about how much you appreciate and how much you love her. But then you're posting a story of the man who fucking shot her. You think no one's gonna question that? How the fuck we sound like Drake fans? We sound like people putting two and two together. We're using common fucking sense. The difference between Kendrick Lamar and Drake and Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla is Kendrick Lamar didn't need Drake to be successful. Kendrick Lamar didn't take anything from Drake. Drake didn't teach Kendrick Lamar anything. That's the difference. That's what you're missing. What we're trying to figure out is, well, what the fuck happened to you saying you love this girl, you appreciate this girl so much, that then you going on the internet and posting a meme of a nigga who shot her. Shot her. And then your friend jumps out the window and is on the internet talking about fuck her. We're trying to figure out what the fuck happened. Megan Thee Stallion hasn't said anything about this situation, but Glorilla, you keep dissing her. Why do you keep dissing her? If the girl ain't saying shit on the internet, why do you keep dissing her? So no, we don't sound like Drake fans talking about Kendrick. We sound like logical motherfuckers trying to put two and two together. That's what the fuck we sound like. Regal said Drake actually needed Kendrick more than Kendrick needed him. We know the story. A nigga needed cultural cachet. So he found two little niggas from the hood to boost up his soft ass image because he was tired of being seen as soft. Megan Thee Stallion didn't need Glorilla to go on her tour. That was her tour. Megan Thee Stallion needed that tour. Glorilla needed that tour. Somebody said it in the chat. Apples to oranges, baby. Glorilla even hired Meg Stylist and snaked her. We're exactly elegant. Thank you. Glorilla continues to do shit that is shady to Megan Thee Stallion, who you claim that you loved her. The dude that got on the stand and said, oh, Megan Thee Stallion was this, Megan Thee Stallion was that. You went and hired him. Why are you constantly going to hang with people that you know don't like me? You posted the nigga that shot me. You went and hired my ex-stylist. You on the internet dissing, well, one of your friends, associates, or whoever on the internet dissing me. You hanging out with Sexy Red, who dissed me. You siding with all my ops. But we're supposed to be sounding like Drake fans because we're pointing out all the fucked up shit that Glorilla is continuously doing to Megan Thee Stallion. because we're pointing out the fact that hey, we were friends. We got featured songs together. We were on tour and we were having a great fucking time making music together. The tour was over. As soon as the tour was over, you're hiring my stylist. You're posting memes about the nigga who shot me. Your friend is dissing me on the internet that nobody fucking knows. You're taking shots at me in songs. I haven't said anything about you, bitch. Get the fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Stole her whole swag. Stole her whole swag. It seems Glow has a mission. Walking around here getting the same hairstyles, walking around wearing the same outfits. It's so bad to the point you went and got you a nigga who play in the NBA too. It's some single white female shit. She's trying to morph into Megan Thee Stallion. No way in hell I will be trying to morph into the bitch who I think I passed. That just doesn't make sense to me. That just don't make sense to me. That's what I'm just trying to figure out. What else? What we got next? If you have not, please do me a favor and smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. We're close to 100 likes. Y'all know we like to get 100 likes before the first hour. We're 40 minutes in. So if you have not and you can hear my voice, smash the fucking like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I would appreciate that. Um, that's why I call me ass fell off court trying to be sick. She crazy. I wish a bitch would who I done turned the fuck up tell me that I done passed you. In what lifetime? In what lifetime? You're delusional. You're fucking delusional. What we got next though? Uh oh, Jay Z. Let's talk about Jay Z for a second. Cause Jay Z, I'm gonna delete that. Delete that. Jay Z has a documentary coming out. In case you haven't heard, the documentary is on gonna be on HBO. Um, what is it? It's called Jay Z in 8, which I think is pretty dope. Jay live on YouTube playing all his music videos right now. Yeah, it's looking like like the old music channels on VH1 Soul, where they just play the music. He's playing all his old music, which is pretty fucking cool, I think. Um, but yeah, man, he has this documentary coming out. Um, with HBO, they announced an 8-part documentary series called Jay and 8, like I said earlier. And it's gonna feature Jay-Z sitting down with the legendary producer Rick Rubin, which is pretty cool. I think the last thing I saw from Rick Rubin was no J and 8. I think it's a double entendre though. I think it's a double entendre. For Infinity because he's doing the 96 in Forever. There's a bunch of them. Now I don't know if there's gonna be eight shows. That's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be 8 shows. 8 shows is crazy. HBO has officially announced an 8-part documentary series called Jay-Z and 8, featuring Jay-Z sitting down with legendary producer Rick Rubin. Now, before this goes, this I don't think this is gonna be like a documentary where everybody tells the story about Jay-Z. That's not what this is. HBO's description of the trailer is that this is being presented as a series of in-depth conversations between Jay and Rick Rubin about his music, his lyrics, his creative process, and the experiences that shaped one of the greatest catalogs in hip hop. So, less biography and more Jay Z finally explaining Jay Z. It seems like. Um, and what else did I see? Um, I think on Twitter I saw somebody said like, "Why does this matter? Why does he need to do an 8-part documentary?" Um, Stop texting me. Oh my god, I have nothing to say to you, nigga. Leave me alone. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, somebody on Twitter was like, "Why does this matter? Why is he doing this?" And it's just like, why not? Why does anything need to matter? Why can't he just do what he wanna fucking do just like anybody else? Especially like over the last couple years, Jay-Z has faced probably more public scrutiny than he has in a very long time or ever. Like, why can't he do his documentary? I know what it is. Y'all want Jay-Z and his family to crawl into a hole and never come back because it'll make you feel better about yourself. It's not being able to see their success makes you feel better about yourself. Some of y'all are fucking miserable. Motherfuckers like to question his legacy. Y'all got questions about him being a billionaire, his business decision. Y'all got all these fucking conspiracy theories, all types of bullshit. And Jay Z usually doesn't respond. He rarely sits down for an interview. He rarely explains himself. Him and his family usually let the internet argue. But right now, it seems like Jay Z is ready to tell his story. He's ready to maneuver through these headlines, maneuver through all of this social media bullshit, and he's ready to talk about the things he want to talk about in his own words. Y'all don't gotta watch it. You do not have to watch a lick of anything as it pertains to Jay Z. So why the fuck are you asking why? Hmm? And again, he's gonna do this with Rick Rubin, and I think Rick Rubin is the perfect person to do this because they do have a relationship. Um, I think Rick Rubin is the one who produced 99 Problems for him. Um, and the last interview with Rick Rubin that I've ever watched was the one that he did with Kendrick Lamar, and I think that was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. Um, he asked some really good questions. Um, we need the other niggas to go away and give the internet a chance to not see that. Listen, shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. An 8-part documentary is gonna be crazy. Niggas is gonna be pissed, pissed. Okay. Another thing I noticed too is that in the trailer, Jay Z still had his locks. So this was probably done. Obviously this was done before he cut his locks. Because if y'all remember in the Sacred ad, Beyonce showed the process of cutting his hair after growing his locks for like 8-9 years, and they showed like combing his locks out and shit like that. And then the scene before that, they were he ended up going to the Philly show with his afro. So this was likely all recorded before the Roots picnic. Um, so this is going to be interesting. Um, so unless HBO is intentionally using old footage, which I don't think they are, it looks like these conversations with Rick Rubin were filmed before the Roots picnic. So that tells me this documentary was probably in the works for a long time before. And this wasn't like something just threw together at the last minute. It seems like all of this shit was planned out basically because he got the 30 years of Reasonable Doubt, which was yesterday, the anniversary, 25 years of the Blueprint. He's going to be doing the Yankee Stadium for 3 nights. Then he got some nights in Paris and Los Angeles. So it's all coming together. What he got going on. It's all coming together very nice. So this isn't like a bunch of random announcement. And I don't know, y'all. Do y'all think an album is coming? A lot of people are asking that. Like, is Jay-Z gonna drop an album? I would love for him to drop an album. I don't know if he's gonna drop an album. HBO didn't mention nothing about an album. He hasn't mentioned anything about an album. But I would love for him to drop an album. It's been almost a decade. Almost a decade since 444. So why not? I hope so. I hope so. I would love to hear what he got to say outside of this 8-part documentary. I would love to hear what he got to say in the music. That would be interesting though. Should be very interesting to see what this is going to be about. So, hopefully we get an album. I will be tuned in to this 8 parts. And yeah, shout out to Jay-Z. The concert starts July 10th. Hopefully we get some TikToks, some streams, so we could watch it on our end. Because I did not get no tickets. Did not get no ticket. I think he's dropping an album, and if so, this rollout is phenomenal. It's been great. It's been great. I was skeptical at first, but I'm sure he is now. I hope he drops one, but I don't know. Not there better be. Yeah, maybe an EP. That's interesting. I must admit, I love the presentation he and Beyonce gives. They don't shortchange for nothing. When they got some shit planned, it is A1. All their T's are crossed and all their I's are dotted. So they are not slackers. These older rappers figured out the formula. Let life happen. Don't feel pressure to drop every 2 years. Exactly. You gotta live life to get some experience unless you're just writing music about a bunch of bullshit. About the same repetitive shit. I'm talking to you, Future. I'm looking at you, Future. Because that song you released last night, dog shit. Terrible. Terrible. I'm good. So yeah, shout out to Hova. Shout out to the Jigga Man. We will be tuned in. For sure. That's a fact. What we got next? Let me see. Kendrick Lamar keeps winning awards. Give it up for Lil Man. And give it up to him. Because last night, Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther won R&B/hip hop and a rap song of the year at the 2026 ASCAP Rhythm and Soul Music Awards. So shout out to them, still winning awards 2 whole years later. I know they tired of this nigga. These motherfuckers gotta be tired of Kendrick because he just keep cleaning up everything. Let somebody else get a chance. Damn, Kendrick. This motherfucker just be cleaning up shit left and right. My God. So shout out to Kendrick. This motherfucker do not miss. For sure. I'm pretty sure this nigga somewhere fuming somewhere. Um, Luther is a hit. Luther is a undeniable fucking hit. Number one for 13 weeks. You can't deny it. It should have won record and song of the year at the Grammys, in my opinion. To be honest, to be honest, what's up, D2B2? What's going on? When he said, and if Kendrick put out another album, he's about to clean up again for the next 2 years, and they don't want that. They don't want that at all. Listen, the BET Awards are Sunday. He's nominated for a few awards. If this motherfucker win Best Male Artist, they're gonna lose their shit. Okay, they are going to lose their mind. They are BET already did its predictions and said he should win, but they are gonna lose their minds. Okay. I'm waiting on that soundtrack to his movie. Shit, Kaylani. Is he even gonna put the fucking movie out at this point? He might not get that movie for another 5 years. Geek About It did a video that I want to watch a little later. I haven't seen it yet, but some people told me to watch it. But this nigga do not miss. He does not miss. Speaking of, shout out to Chisel. Shout out to Chisel, who shared his certificate that he got from the Grammys. So shout out to Chisel. He's excited. The Recording Academy presents this certificate to AZChike in recognition of your participation as featured artist on the Grammy Award-winning recording GNX Best Rap Album 68th Grammy Awards year 2025. So shout out to Chisel. What's up? That's pretty dope. He's so excited. He ain't even put her clothes on. he got her on the internet, butt ass naked, no frame, just straight out the envelope. Bam! You could have put my girl in a frame or something. Dope, but they could have used some fancier paper than that. It's the paper is actually thick. The Grammy thing is a seal. It don't look like it. It look like shit, but that paper is bad thick. Got her butt ass naked. Put Shorty in a frame. What are you doing? He's probably too excited. But I love this for the GNX featured artist. Shout out to Lefty though. Lefty won with that big trophy. Motherfucker only said 6 words. Four words actually. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. And they got a whole Grammy. Lefty said, I'm leaving with something. Okay? Nikki, all right. All right now, Nikki. But yeah, I love this for the featured artist. So shout out to Drea. I think her name is Andrea Drea, the mariachi singer. I know she got a certificate. Shout out to Chike. Shout out to Dodie. Shout out to Hitter J3 Peso. Shout out to the nigga that be whispering. They say he in jail for murder right now. I don't know what's that about, but shout out to them niggas. Shout out to Roddy Rich. Shout out to Wazzy the Sensei. Shout out to Ink. Everybody who participated on this album. Phenomenal album. Phenomenal fucking album. Still breaking records. Still winning awards. So shout out to them. Did Lefty post his Grammy? I don't know. Let's see. Let me look and see. I thought he posted his Grammy a while ago. I think. Oh, I wish I. Lefty. Lefty gunplay. Platinum artist, Grammy Award winner. I know that's right, Lefty. I know that's right, Lefty. Lefty upgraded the bio immediately. Said, "I'm a Grammy Award winning artist, bitch. Talk to me nice." Let me see. What you got going on? I don't see them. These are old pictures. I don't. I swear I saw him post a Grammy before. When he probably, I think when he first got it. Lefty look healthy. He look like he doing good for himself. And that's what's up. Look at this bozo. What is weirdo? That's pretty dope. Oh wait, I think that was it. I don't think that's the actual Grammy. Oh wait, here it is. He posted it. Don't make me put you in timeout, motherfucker. Don't make me put you in timeout. I wonder where Dodie gonna hang his little Grammy paper. I don't know, but he got a house now, so he got somewhere to hang it at least. At least it ain't hanging in a car somewhere. He got a house now, so he can hang it up somewhere. He can hang it in his bathroom if he want. He can hang it in his living room if he want. He got a few screws loose, so that nigga might hang it in his bathroom. I don't know. He always on some bullshit, man. I'm sick of his ass. Shut the fuck up, Janice Luther. He always starting some shit, man. He can't help himself. Shit, I'll take 10,000 to say scary, spooky, hilarious on a song any day. Listen, easy money, okay? But nah, Lefty getting them royalties, all that. Lefty eating, or 4 words. Niggas is jealous. Niggas is hating. It's called Janice Shut the Fuck Up, right? I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's called Shut the Fuck Up, Janice. I think it's Janice Shut the Fuck Up. Dodie's music is trash, but hopefully he's doing much better personally. God damn, Michael, do you like anything? Michael always saying some shit trash. Or he never heard of some shit. Like, I've never heard you say you like one fucking thing. Oh, what's up with you? Shit is crazy. But yeah, shout out to Lefty, man. Shout out to Lefty. Um, imagine having royalties on a Kendrick Lamar album. Listen, that's the thing. When I did my video, I talked about this in my video. But that's the thing I was saying. Like, if Kendrick Lamar walked up on you and said, "Hey, I want to do a song with you," and he said, "So do you want 10K or royalties?" Well, first of all, the actual thing is that they got 10K and they got royalties. But let's just say it was one or the other one, right? If Kendrick Lamar walked up on me and said, "You want 10K up front or you want royalties?" I am choosing the royalties, bitch. It is Kendrick fucking Lamar. You're going to eat off that fucking song for a very long time. Getting royalties is why AZChike get a check from fucking Gatorade and he's not even in the video. Use your fucking brain. Use your brain. Now, if Lefty Gunplay walked up to you and said, "Hey, I got 10K for you or some royalties," you're more than likely gonna take the 10K from Lefty Gunplay because there's a chance that song isn't gonna last, but for like a couple months. You know what I mean? If Beyonce or Kendrick Lamar walk up to you and say 10K or royalties, bitch, you take the royalties. I don't give a fuck if you ain't eating 3 days. Take the royalties. Okay? Like, that shit is just common sense. But they allegedly got both. So niggas is good. Everything is gravy. That's how it works. Exactly. Why you acting different now? You know what it feels like to be hungry. You ain't taste a lick of salt in 10 days. Why you acting brand new? Come on now. What I got next? So yeah, anyway, shout out to the featured artists on GNX and their certificates. Love that for y'all. Put that shit on y'all resume. Y'all are Grammy award-winning artist. Okay, that is in the history books. Nobody can take that from you. All right. So I saw this clip and I thought it was interesting. So Rory and Mal are saying that Black music isn't staying on the charts like it used to. So let's play this clip real quick. Shout out to Chels because he posted this.
That would be his first project.
Just drop in the way. I'm not gonna lie.
That would be his first project.
Just drop in the way. I'm not gonna lie. That's surprising to me.
You've been saying the album was ass since it came out, but now that's surprising to you.
I mean, he still has a huge fan base.
Yeah, I don't think Maul thinks that his taste level defines what.
Yeah, like my taste.
What a rapper does.
I thought the album was okay. There was a couple songs in there. I didn't think it was much to go back and listen to, but his fan base is fucking huge. So for his album, for this to be his first album to spend less than a year on the charts, which was probably his most anticipated album, yes, that's very surprising to me. With his fan base, very surprising.
Again, I think if it wasn't a double disc, we'd be having a different conversation. But that's all a what if. So
if the Bulls drafted Sam Bowie, it'd be a different conversation as well.
I mean, not one of
the Hornets didn't trade Kobe.
I don't know. I just think that music is in a different place because Chris Brown released the album like the other day, and not one of the songs is on the top 100. That is more surprising to me. Not one of the songs is in the top 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music is weird right now. I would expect for more of.
Also, Damaris, that's not completely true because Chris Brown did release an album. It low-key flopped, but I believe, if I'm correct, he had at least 4 songs chart in the Billboard 100. So don't try to use Chris Brown as your scapegoat for your GOAT. Okay? Let's be clear here. Damaris, you are a J. Cole fan. You are a J. Cole stan. Don't try to throw Chris Brown in the mix. I'm not shooting you no bell, bitch. Help. Absolutely not. The songs might not be on the charts right now, sure, but they actually charted in the top 100. But anyway, let's continue.
Not one of the songs is in the 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music is weird right now. I would expect for more of Drake's songs to be close. Usually when Drake drops an album, his whole damn album takes up the top 30. Like,
Oh, he did that already.
Sure, of course he did it already. But with this album, like, it's not staying the way it used to. Music is, like it's changing. Like, music is just changing.
Right.
Okay, that's the number I'm talking about in the top 100 with the songs that Black music is not staying anymore. The way that it used to. It's just not. It'll hit there. It'll hit number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. But it's not staying the way that it used to. I think that's an overall conversation. That's not me caping for Cole. Moving away from that conversation. Like, it's not.
That is just a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, like. It's not staying the way it used to. Why is Cinderella charting again? I mean, I love that. But
I saw that headline on Monday that it was back in Billboard. I don't know if it was a tick.
Anyway, they're going off into a tangent. So this is such an interesting conversation, and it's low-key funny to me, because these be the people who like to tweet the headline that, oh, Not Like Us has officially been removed from the Billboard Hot 100 after such and such and such. Y'all remember when those headlines were going out? Every time anything pertaining to Kendrick Lamar occurred, there's a headline for it. And that's just so funny to me, because when Not Like Us was removed from the charts, and when Luther was forced from the charts, everybody thought it was shits and giggles. There was no conversations about, oh, this is weird. Black music isn't selling anymore. The conversation was, oh, nobody want to listen to that shit no more. Niggas got Kendrick fatigue. That's the shit y'all was saying. I'm not saying necessarily that's what Damaris and the two idiots were saying, but that's essentially what the conversations is. I remember when Damaris and them were having a conversation, and they were like, they're tired of hearing Kendrick Lamar. They can't wait for J. Cole and them to pop out. J. Cole and them done popped out and ain't did shit. Ain't moved one needle. Now all of a sudden we want to have conversations about music being weird now. But when we were telling y'all, and when we were pointing to the reason that Black music is hurting, Billboard went and changed their recurrent rules. Billboard went and removed YouTube's contribution to streaming. It was, oh, you're making excuses because nobody wants to listen to Kendrick Lamar no more. Nobody gives a fuck about the truth until it's their favorite. Then all of a sudden, y'all want to be having logical conversations. You want to connect the dots, and you want to carry the 1, add the 2, subtract the 3. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to do the actual fucking math. Funny to me. Hilarious to me, actually. Because the truth is, Billboard has been fucking Black artists since the beginning of time. Y'all remember there was a point in time where the entire Billboard used to be filled with nothing but R&B and hip hop. What Billboard do? They went and they changed the rules. So now you don't see as many Black and R&B artists on the Billboard top 10. Literally used to be, it could be 10 slots. 9 of them are R&B and hip hop at one point in the early 2000s. Now you can't even sniff a fucking chart. J. Cole put out an album. J. Cole is supposed to be a part of the big 3. He didn't even get a top 10 single. Not one. I think his highest charting song was number 16. And that shit only lasted 2 weeks on the charts. Nobody want to do the actual research. Drake is supposed to come and save the fucking summer. Y'all told us summer was y'all's in the winter too. Now you're trying to figure out why this shit don't look right. Now you're trying to figure out why this shit don't make sense. When we told y'all, when they removed that, it not like us didn't come off the charts because nobody was listening to it. Luther didn't come off the charts because nobody was listening to it. They literally created a fucking rule that would be detrimental to black artists and black music. And y'all laughed at it because of fucking Stan Wars, but now y'all faves are feeling it now. Now all of a sudden you want to do actual research. Billboard's new recurrent rule directly forced Kendrick's Luther and Not Like Us off the charts. Hold on, let me look up the rule. What is the rule? What is the rule? Hold on. So the Billboard updated their rules to automatically remove descending songs that fail to maintain specific thresholds based on how long they have been on the chart. Instead of slowly dropping down the list like it should normally do, because that makes the most fucking sense, songs are now removed from the tracking entry if they hit new milestones. So if they're below number 5 after 78 weeks, it gets removed. Below number 10 after 52 weeks, it gets removed. Below number 25 after 26 weeks, it gets removed. Below number 50 after 20 weeks, it gets removed. So what the fuck you think happened to Kendrick? These new recurrent rules removed Luther because it went to number 38 in its 46th week. If it's at number 38, why can't it just fall down the list and leave out of the charts like a normal list should do? Not Like Us was also removed after being on the charts for 53 weeks. A song on the charts for 53 weeks shouldn't just be yanked off just because. That just doesn't make sense. How the fuck is a song at number 25 on the list and you completely remove it when there's 100 fucking slots? It just doesn't make sense. But you know, nobody does research and y'all just want a fucking headline. So now the headline being spread everywhere is Not Like Us falls off Billboard Hot 100 despite the fact that it was number 25. Like, come on. Now everybody looking up the rules and trying to see what is what so they can get their fucking story together all of a sudden. Y'all are so fake. Y'all are so fucking fake. And then, not to mention the new YouTube rule. There's now a new YouTube rule where YouTube views don't even count towards the Billboard chart entry no more. NBA YoungBoy is a fucking god on YouTube. Nobody pulls in more views than NBA YoungBoy on YouTube. Now that shit is affecting him. That shit is affecting how his numbers look on the charts. Another rule put in place to silence and take the fire out of black artists. But nobody wants to say the quiet part out loud. Y'all just want to keep having fucking Stan Wars where the people in power are trying to fuck up hip hop. They're literally trying to erase hip hop. They're trying to turn K-pop into fucking hip hop. And you motherfuckers want to be on the internet arguing, talking about, oh, this person is going to save the summer. He's not saving shit. He's not saving any fucking thing. The fuck are you talking about? They're literally trying to erase the genre. They're creating rules to erase the genre. And you motherfuckers want to be arguing about Drake and Kendrick all fucking day. Wake the fuck up, you stupid bitches. Oh my God, y'all are so annoying. They couldn't come up with a rule with YouTube because YouTube is telling them, they're telling YouTube, oh, well, you don't have subscribers, So we're not going to count the people who are just on YouTube for free. We're only going to count the people who pay for YouTube's views. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Why do we need to pay for something in order for our views to count? Billboard. If a person is going to look up a song and they're rewinding that shit back, it should count. It should count. But again, that's another tactic to silence poor people who can't afford the $21 a month YouTube because y'all keep raising the fucking price. On January 16th, YouTube withdrew its streaming data from all Billboard charts. Following a dispute with Billboard's methodology, YouTube streams no longer contribute to chart calculations like the Hot 100. This hurts hip hop. The first person on the list, the first name on the list that it hurts is hip hop, because that's where we get our fucking bread and butter. That's where our supporters come from. They are on YouTube. They're on Apple Music. You seen when they put that Billboard list, chart data, put that list out on the top artists on Apple Music, and at least the entire, almost the entire top 20 was nothing but hip hop artists. And you see the pop people in the comment section talking about, oh, this is a hip hop app. Yes, you stupid bitch. Niggas listening to music on Apple Music, because why the fuck do I need to pay for Spotify if I got an iPhone and I can listen to the music on Apple Music? They in the comment section being racist as hell, talking about who listens to Lil Durk. How is Lil Durk in the top 15 or wherever the fuck he was on the list? They're like, who the fuck is Rod Wave? They're trying to understand why hip hop dominates Apple Music. They are trying to snuff Black artists out. Snuff them out. And you got Isaac Hayes, dick sucking ass son, want to be on the internet talking about Drake this, Drake that. Nigga, go put flowers on your daddy grave. Do that. He did not raise you to be a dick sucker. And I'm not talking in the sense of being gay, because shout out to the girls. It's Pride Month. Shout out to y'all. But you want to be on the internet bullshitting. Come on now. Come on now. Pissing me off. Spotify, you know what still counts? Spotify streams still count. Ain't that funny? The app that we just saw manually counting a nigga's first day streams with their toes and their fingers. This big ass conglomerate ass business told us they were manually counting an artist's streams, but they still in cahoots with Billboard. Y'all don't be seeing what's going on. And that's what makes my ass itch. So Billboard says, if you're not a paid subscription streamer, your shit don't count. And I think that's fucked up, because that directly affects hip hop and its consumers. I think that's so fucked up. Billboard implemented strict policies designed to force older, slower climbing tracks off the charts. They don't even want to give y'all a chance. If your song has been on the charts for 20 weeks and it drops below a specific number, they throwing your shit out the window like a frisbee. They getting you the fuck out of here. They're not giving you a chance. You're not getting a chance at all. You think you're gonna get a little viral song and get some growth off that viral shit? Not happening. Not happening. Spotify wants you to pay for your views. They want your fans to pay for the views to be able for it to count. So I said it in my video. Maybe, maybe when J. Cole go back on tour, maybe the song or the album will come back to the charts. But one thing I do know, he better not ever open his fucking mouth ever again talking about Kendrick Lamar and his discography. Because nigga, Mr. Morale was in the top 50 for 50 plus weeks. Nigga, you was on the charts for 18 weeks. Get your ass out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Niggas sold us the summer's ours and the winter too. Now all of a sudden, I think the charts is broke. We told you that months ago, but you ain't want to listen to us. And let's be clear, Kendrick Lamar did very well on the charts. Can't say the same about y'all faves. Can't say the same about y'all faves. Y'all faves make sure to drop when nobody else around you is dropping. That's how y'all faves chart. They make sure everybody else's calendars are clear so they could potentially get a number one. They could potentially last for 2 weeks. Nigga, my fave went up against the Christmas rush. What we talking about? My fave went up against Mariah Carey and a Dead of Winter. Fuck you talking about? Y'all better stop playing with Lil Man. Plus the fall off sold less first week than Mr. Brown. Exactly. That's another thing. You told us that album sucked. And that sucky ass album outsold your ass first week. That ain't the end all be all. We all know that, but we gonna throw them digs. We gonna throw them digs back and just remind you to stay in your fucking place, little nigga. You were never him, ever. You were always third place. It did not survive the let out. It did not. His fans want to be in my comment section telling me, Monie, you hate J. Cole. So now what, pussy? Now what? Where do we go from here? Mind you, I don't hate this man at all. But I'm gonna remind him if he ever said some fuck shit. I'm gonna always remind somebody of some fuck shit. Get your bitch ass out my comment section. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And shout out to my girl Tiff. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Amen. Shout out to Tiff with the donation. I appreciate you guys and thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for being here, to be honest. Appreciate y'all pulling up and hanging with me. Also, if you have not, please do me a favor and smash the like button. I don't know what it is, but y'all motherfuckers don't like smashing the like button. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why y'all don't like smashing the like button. Why I gotta punch y'all in the head and threaten y'all to smash the like button? Like that should just be a given. You should just walk through the door and flick the like button. It's like you turning the lights on or some shit in your house as soon as you get in. But appreciate y'all. Thank you. Shout out to the cousin TT. Cole said, "Not now, nigga. After like that, that is fucking funny. That is hilarious, bro." Nigga said, "This is not the time. This is not the time." And it's even more funny because they really had this mindset that this nigga went away and he's not coming back. They really heard Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers and they thought it was over. They thought they weren't gonna hear from him anymore. You see, that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. Cause y'all be keep trying to bully this man and y'all think he's not supposed to respond. And then when he do respond, it's another incident. It's another control incident where you at an event, Diddy in your ear popping shit. And now y'all fighting and y'all scrambling on the floor. Y'all rolling around in his leather thong showing in the back. Like, this is the type of shit that keep happening. You pretending to the internet that you ain't care, but in reality, you really did care. You really did feel some type of way. Drake was just dumb enough to let the public know he felt some type of way. You kept it internal. I don't get it though. I don't get what's going on. These motherfuckers need to get out their feelings, bro. They have to get out their feelings. Immediately. What our hating ass cousin gotta say? Our hating ass cousin said, "Damn, about to go diamond this summer. 2 diamond albums in the same year is crazy." You know what the fuck going on. You know what the fuck going on. Stop playing, man. They need to just leave Kendrick alone at this point. Just leave him alone. Drake wears his feelings on his black face. Insane. Insane. What is wrong with you? Why would you say that? I'm weak. The leather thong story is crazy. That nigga is too freaked out. And to be honest, I fully believe that story now, especially after that leaked sex tape came out, and he in the background rubbing his clit while Daphne getting fucked by that nigga with that horse stick. I 100% believe that Diddy be wearing leather thongs. 100% believe it. 100% believe it. Only a fucking weirdo would be involved in some shit like that. You sitting in the background watching her get fucked by this nigga with this horse big ass dick, and you just in the background rubbing your nipples and rubbing your clit. Get the fuck out the way. Get out my way. You need to be put down. You really need to be put down. You are too freaked out. It ain't that much freakiness in the world, bro. And I don't kink shame. Get it how you live. But you gotta be arrested. That motherfucker passed them the baby oil and said, "Lather up." Like he didn't even say anything. He just picked up the baby oil and said, "Here, you know what to do with it." Oh, he need to be arrested and put in jail for forever. Do not let that nigga out. Do not let him out. I feel like if he get left out, he is going to hurt somebody. He really is. Buns out, suns out. Just nasty as hell for no reason. I can't. You know what? I'm not doing this with her tonight. I'm not doing this with her tonight. Act like I did not click on that. Because how did we get here? How did we get here? But yeah, that was that. What else I got here? Hold up, wait. So apparently Jay Nolan had to go off on some people today. Or a person today, excuse me, not people. So I wanted to watch a little bit of this clip to see what exactly was going on. I know they were kind of talking about it in the Discord today, but I didn't watch any of the content. I think also ABSA is involved in the situation as well. I believe she also made a video. But yeah, let's listen to this real quick.
Again, culture, a word that you shouldn't be using at all because you come tiptoeing your way into ours.
He's using that culture word again, like it's like a derogatory slur. Huh? That's what he's doing? Okay, gotcha.
Again, culture, a word that you shouldn't be using at all because you come tiptoeing your way into ours. This ain't your culture. You weren't born into it. You have no right of passage to it. You have no right to it, period. You're lucky that this shit is open source on the internet for you to even be involved in this shit. Okay? We're going to start there, but we're going to get a little further into the conversation. You report from Canada. You don't even...
Jay knows that you report from Canada, nigga.
Come around these parts. You ain't even made your way around here to do shit, boy. You was a nobody in real life and online, but you do have a following on that YouTube channel. Speaking of, let's get to the YouTube channel since you want to talk about spewing negativity.
For those who watched the video, did he put the eat the beat behind it or did somebody else do this? Because what?
And hate for a living. Kendrick Euphoria diss. Drake Family Matters diss. Drake versus J. Cole beats. How to Strangle a Go. Joey Badass versus Kendrick Lamar. Drake Give Me a Hug diss. Lil Wayne sneak disses Kendrick Lamar on the Carter 6. Drake's comeback album will break the internet. So from here forward, you've become Drake's excrement. Okay? So you got Drake's comeback album will break the internet. So this is the Iceman era. Drake's entire Iceman EP rollout explained, which is also filled with negativity and hate and disses and sneak disses, imagery.
Wait, so he did
alluding to the same. Real reason why T-Pain hates Drake. When rap beef ended in violence, no less. Drake's entire Iceman episode 2 explained is crazy with Kendrick Lamar plastered in the back. How UMG cooked the battle between Drake and Kendrick. Drake's entire episode Iceman actually explained episode 3, the one where you had egg on your motherfucking face because they fed you bad info, wanting to line their pockets and needing money. Oh, excuse me, this is it right here. UMG decided I make $0 from episode 4 breakdown.
My thing is complaining about the video in UMG as if they are intentionally targeting you, when I'm pretty sure it has to do with you using music that you know you can't fucking use. As YouTube content creators, we all know there is a 99.9% chance if you use music, especially from fucking UMG, they are going to clip your dumb ass immediately. So I'm pretty sure this is just nothing but another fake ploy to get some sympathy and get people to send him shit.
Now, how the fuck UMG decide that you make $0? Because you got some copyright claims, nigga. You ain't had to use the music.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly, Nolan.
Music. I don't make a fucking living off of beef. I don't have 90% of my content circled around rap beef when shit gets violent and trying to craft stories. I didn't do that. I never put out a video saying that I have proof of Kendrick Lamar abusing his woman in Las Vegas and refusing to back down despite contrary information being put in your motherfucking face every day.
By the way.
What you did was try to go and find the so-called witness and email her.
Which is a complete fucking lie. He never found nobody.
And she got the fuck on because your ass is weird. You can't tell me about no culture, boy. What culture is you from? What is your cultural background?
Photos.
But because you done got your way in with Drake, you think you could be the arbiter of some shit that's gonna be here after you, been here before you, and never intended to include you in the first motherfucking place. Are you serious? This the game you want to play? But Do or Die by AZ got a whole fucking documentary. Guess who music is in that motherfucker? Narrated by Rakim, no less.
Pop your
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? Jay Nolan do.
Pop your shit.
2015, Jay Nolan on stage performing in Tennessee at a motherfucking college for a room full of developing young black children looking for direction. You know what I'm saying?
Pop your shit.
2018. Look at all these faces you see in this motherfucker. Okay? Nothing but the culture. Okay? Fresh and Local Fest 2018. This was completely organized by Jay Nolan. All right? Shout out to my Fresh and Local folks, but back on.
Shout out to everybody in this photo. Everybody look good. Everybody look beautiful. Everybody look melanated. Shout out to y'all.
We was doing local. Y'all know Jay Nolan was the one doing all the organization. You know what I'm saying? Not a shot, just the truth. 2019, Songwriter Social Club, an event I put together myself, partnered with General Assembly and Fiverr.com.
Jay Nolan said, "This ain't my life, bitch. This is your life." I do shit outside of these YouTube streets, bitch.
On my own reach out and outreach, bringing people to come educate songwriters, producers, and artists about the music business. You can't talk about contributing to the culture with me, homeboy. Ever. Another edition of the Songwriter Social Club. If you're an artist, songwriter, or producer who's in the YouTube community, I'm sure you've seen this man's face before. Music Money Makeover Show. Yeah, Casey Graham. That's the homie. Got him to come talk to the people about getting their bread and getting their contracts and all that shit in order so that they can actually make an equitable living off of their music. You cannot talk to me about contributing to no motherfucking culture. Jay Nolan, Loaded Lux. That's from my Hot 97 shit that I did. I've played y'all the video before. I don't need to play it again. But again, I was handpicked by Loaded Lux to be in New York. Got flown out, room and board covered because of my contributions to the culture as a lyricist outside of covering shit on YouTube and just shooting shit and talking about what other men got to say. I can actually get behind the mic and say what the fuck I gotta say lyrically and put my own contributions out there. Oh shit, there go Jay Nolan again. Contributed to the culture. Culture Weekend, ATL.
He mentioned me too? Oh, that's interesting.
Real Carter Culture Weekend, by the way. Look up Real Carter. You know what I'm saying? Just in case people don't know who that is. I was booked as an artist and entrepreneur to come perform and educate people about the shit that I've been into for the last decade and a half. And there go Jay Nolan again, contributing to the culture. This is at NAMM out in Anaheim, motherfucking California, across the map from where I live. Room full of people who came to learn from me, Deraj, and Clint, a couple other homies about how to get their music in TV and film. Motherfuckers was in there taking notes. Line was wrapped around the goddamn door. You know what I'm saying? But since you want to talk about content, when the last time you talked about an album, not the Fall Off or motherfucking Iceman? Since you want to talk about what's going on in the culture, what's going on in hip hop, you want to talk about building it up and not talking about negativity, you been at? You know what I'm saying? Hit Boy over here thanking me for covering his album and his motherfucking collab with AZChike just last week.
Pop it.
Where you at? Chloe Bailey done been over here and thanked me for covering her music.
Pop it.
Where you been at? Ray Vaughn makes his way over here when I cover his shit.
Pop it.
Where you been at? Ruben Vincent and Night Wonder been in my chat.
Pop it.
Covering they shit. Where you been at?
Pop it.
Right? This is real life, homeboy. We not talking about no motherfucking content about no beef. We don't have to do that 100% of the time. There's so much more going on. And I don't get to cover everything because yes, this is a situation where you have to make a profit. You have to do the risk versus reward shit. But we still make time for other things. Have you?
Nope.
I've actually interviewed upcoming artists and producers on my channel before. Shout out to Ryan Wild. Somebody you wouldn't even know or think about. But that's somebody who can reflect back on an experience with Jay Nolan in a positive light for shedding a spotlight on them at a time where it was crucial. You know what I'm saying? What have you done? When did you do that? Ever in life? I was just out of motherfucking Nashville a week and some change ago. Invited, didn't have to be there, but my presence was requested. You know what I'm saying? To be at this music conference with all these different people. Fucking Makeba Woods, who wrote on damn near every Rihanna album. Gonna have a studio session with her next week. Not on no YouTube shit. This is why you can't talk to me. There's no, the only person I know in this YouTube community that could talk to me the way that I talk is Curtis King. Nobody else. And that's with love and respect to everybody else. But one thing you can never do is discredit Jay Nolan, because I come from a world that you do not. I also come from one of the most culturally rich, black populated cities in fucking America. So you can never talk to me about culture. I live culture. I am culture. I was born into culture. I don't have to go looking for it. I don't have to go observing it and researching it. I am it. I live culture every fucking day, boy. A culture you could never find yourself being a part of. You can only be accepted as a spectator. And there's nothing wrong with that, but just understand your role as such. You want to talk about who covers drama and negativity, but you cool with the DJ that don't spin academics, y'all niggas yucking it up on streams with the type of shit that nigga got on his badge. Y'all homies now? You could never have a conversation about what the fuck culture is or what hip hop is supposed to be or what niggas are supposed to talk about in your motherfucking life. So please never bring your motherfucking ass around here and try it again. Crawl your ass back into the Caucasus Mountains or something of that nature. In nature is your best bet, okay? Needing money. Oh,
Shout out to Nolan. Putting belt to ass. And that wasn't even on some crazy shit. He just lists off the fucking facts. He responded with facts. Don't tell me or don't make an assumption that, oh, these people are only pushing negativity when you can go on a person's page and see everything that they contribute to this space. Whereas in correlation to you, your entire page is nothing but Drake's face at this point. Your entire page is nothing but Drake. You built your fucking foundation off of posting about beefs. Not even the music. Just talking about the music. It's about beefs. But here we are. Here we fucking are. Bro ain't learned his lesson. Bro has not learned his lesson. Shit is sad. Apparently making music content isn't enough anymore for him. Apparently analyzing albums isn't enough anymore. Because isn't that what he's supposed to be doing? Right? I think that's how he pays his bills after stealing that money from those poor farmers. This is how he makes ends meet. Breaking down music, right? Analyzing and breaking down music. Anybody know if he broke down the Vince Staples album? Since he talks about what everybody else does and all the hate they promote, did he break down Crybaby? Phenomenal album, by the way. I think it's a great album for someone who's supposed to be a master at lyric breakdowns to tackle on their channel. If you missed it, I broke it down on my little channel. Vince Staples has actually seen my breakdown. Since you claim I'm one of those people who only promotes hate, Vince Staples didn't think my little breakdown was hate. He appreciated my little breakdown of his album. Again, a phenomenal album. Go check it out. The most important song on my page. In your spare time. But I guess he can't break that down because the content might be a little too heavy for him. Or maybe there's not enough breakdowns existing already for him to steal from. Maybe that's what it is. You know, because they say he likes to steal and shit. Or maybe what Vince is talking about reminds him too much of his ancestors. You know, your granddaddy and your great granddaddy and them. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. That's it. Maybe he's just not in the business of doing that no more. It seems like his new business model is to find Black content creators to argue with every other week. That seems to be the pattern for Buddy. He want to argue with Black content creators every week. That's his new kink. That's what gets him off these days. And mind you, I warned him. I told him, you are going to regret your actions. You putting up a front right now like you don't give a fuck, but I could see it. I could see it in those bloodshot, binged eyes. It's all on your grill and that nervous laugh that you do when you're embarrassed, when your anxiety is creeping in. But again, there's a pattern. First he got into it with the company man. Then he got into it with Curtis. We exchanged words. You blocked me because your feelings was hurt. Deleted, walked you down. Now it's Jay Nolan and Absa time to spank that ass. How many more fucking lessons do you want? It has to be a kink at this point. Nothing else makes sense. The grift ain't grifting, so let me find the next niggas to harass because my white ass don't move the needle anymore alone. Let me scream into oblivion my shit's is facts while saying nothing but nonsense and sniffing until you can't sniff no more. Put that shit down. It's fucking with your nostrils. You look crazy. Have y'all looked at his nostrils lately? I don't know. The patterns are playing out over and over again. And I think it's time we have a conversation because this shit ain't just about one content creator. This shit is about an ecosystem that keeps rewarding the same bullshit behavior. This shit ain't about whether somebody likes Drake or not. This shit is not about whether somebody dislikes Kendrick. Nobody gives a fuck. This is about what happens when your commentary slowly transforms into conflict because the other shit ain't working no more. That other shit ain't paying your bills no more. Somebody said it earlier about his views. They think he's botting his views. What's happening is the Nation of Drislam, they're not into breakdowns. He struck gold when he had Kendrick fans tuning into him because Kendrick fans like to break shit down. Kendrick fans like to do research. Them other motherfuckers, they like to pop ass and smoke hookah. And it's affecting your views. Those views ain't viewing like they used to. I mean, you did get one off, but UMG said, psych, bitch. UMG said, give me that back. And I'm pretty sure the dick suckers are listening. They trying to creep through the cracks. I did leave the door open. Before any of you get any type of ideas or maybe listening to this on the playback, talking about, oh, you're just mad because he disagreed with you. Let's be very fucking clear. I've been on YouTube long enough to know disagreements come with the territory. If you put your opinion on the internet, somebody is going to disagree with you. That's the job. You could say the sky is blue, and there is going to be somebody who's going to say the sky is green just for shits and giggles. My issues in this shit is never about disagreements. I don't give a fuck if somebody disagrees with me. My issue is the pattern that I've been mentioning, and it's how things are said. A lot of y'all talk at the side of your neck because you are hiding behind computers on the other side of the internet or on the other side of the world, excuse me, because you feel safe. You think nobody will smack the shit out of you. Because that's what a lot of you niggas need. You need somebody to run in that mouth one good time. But of course, no violence, no violence. We're not advocating for violence, right? Right? We're not advocating for violence. But again, over the past 2 years and some change, this creator has publicly found himself in disputes with me, in disputes with Justin, Curtis. We are deciphered, I believe. I could be wrong, forgive me. Deleted, now Jay Nolan and Napster. And probably other Black content creators that we probably don't know about. Because he's the type of nigga who likes to go into random people's chats and try to make his presence felt. That's what he does. He's a sneaky ass bitch. And what kills me is these weirdos. If you are not dragging your knuckles across the concrete to get on your knees to gargle Drake's dick and balls like they do, they think you're on the wrong side of hip hop. The audacity for this motherfucker to be on the internet talking about this person, all they do is spread hate. Bitch, you're literally a fucking hate channel. All you do is talk about negativity and violence on your channel. The fucking audacity of you. Shout out to Nolan for running off his resume. Niggas is so much more than these YouTube streets. This is your life. This is not our life. This is your life. This is how you get validation, bitch. You're not doing anything in real life. Remember, didn't you steal from farmers? Give those people their money back. You thieving ass bitch. You really are your fucking ancestors. Christopher Columbus Jr., you fucking thief. The audacity of you. This fucking bleach demon sold his soul for a Happy Dad partnership into being group chats with a boiled chicken who pimped out his now ex-wife out to Black men for his own cuckold desires. That's who you be chilling with. You be chilling with a basement dweller with a pending rape case and someone who sexually harasses minors in discords. That's who got you feeling like you that one. The audacity of you. You have a natural allegiance to losers because you are one. At a certain point, you have to stop asking whether every single person that you've gotten into it with is a problem and start asking why this type of conflict keeps happening with me. You're literally trying to run down the line of Black content creators to beef with. You don't find that fucking weird? You don't find that strange that your white ass continues to antagonize Black content creators? You don't see the errors of your ways? Probably not, because that's what your family lineage is built on. Harassing Black people. Get your weird ass out of here, bro. And this motherfucker loves talking about the culture. He loves talking about the culture. Trying to use the culture like it's something to mock. I don't know what it is with these white supremacists and their favorite coons trying to turn culture into a negative the same way they're trying to turn woke into some other bullshit. They now trying to hijack culture in the same way. The same motherfucker who be walking around saying something, I'm that white guy. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. You're weird. Everything about you. Same person trying to reduce Kendrick to racially charged nickname, calling him a milkman. You call Justin Hunt Carlton. You counting niggas in your spare time. This the shit you do. Strange. Very strange. Instead of like engaging with substance of a debate, you leaning into provocation. Like you want to just antagonize people. That's what you want to do. That's what I have a problem with. And I also have a problem with that, with people who do that, especially because you're all the way in Canada. We're never going to see you. Again, not promoting violence, but I'm almost positive if you were face to face with Justin Hunt, if you were face to face with Curtis, if you were face to face with Jay Nolan, you wouldn't even open your fucking mouth. I'm pretty positive you wouldn't. But again, because you're in the comforts of your home, you're behind a computer, them weirdos in your chat pumping your head up, now you feel like you could test these black men. You feel like you got some sort of authority over these black men. You think you have a say so in who should and should not be a part of a culture? The audacity. I don't know what is wrong with white people, but they really need to get their shit together. They really need to get their shit together. The audacity of you. Hip hop has always welcomed people who genuinely love the art form. Like, genuinely. Hip hop has never required someone to be black to participate in it. It's ours. Be clear. Be very fucking clear. It's ours. It belongs to us. Please be clear. But hip hop has never turned anyone away. Hip hop has been very accepting. Remember when people were accepting you, gave you props for simply reporting the details for both parties involved? You were very neutral. You just did the job. You stuck to the script. You stuck to the lyrics on both sides, and you just did your job. Then all of a sudden, the Nation of Islam walked you down so bad, you started begging them to accept you. What happened? You started posting over your merch like a bad bitch. And that's how I know you a punk ass bitch in real life. Because you allowed comments to get you riled up. You allowed comments to move you off your square. You allowed comments to make you remove all integrity that you might have had, the little bit of ounce that you did have. That's how I know you a bitch. That's how I know you ain't got no heart. That's how I know you ain't a man. Elsie said, I also have a problem with the black YouTubers that encourage him and see nothing wrong with what he's doing. They are sellouts. You know, there's always sellouts in the movement. There's always gonna be some snakes all the time. I don't know any of them by name, but they're always gonna exist, unfortunately. Everybody can't go. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's the saying? I think that's the saying. A lot of William O'Neills walking around, if you catch my drift. A lot of them. Motherfuckers is professional coons. Professional. Sadly. But this guy is getting beside himself. He don't know how to respect this space at all. When I first came across his content, during the Drake and Kendrick battle, I actually thought the work was solid. The 616 in LA video was phenomenal. Whether I agree with every conclusion or not, it felt researched. It felt thought out, like he took his time. It felt like somebody trying to understand one of the biggest moments in modern hip hop, but somewhere along the line, you done fell and bumped your motherfucking head. And your focus became less about breaking down music and more about breaking down creators and pushing narratives that you once steered clear from. The irony in all of this, the very thing that initially earned you respect was you being neutral, allowing the music and the evidence to speak for themselves. But now you want it to be weird. And then you want to come in my comment section because you have failed to do your Meet the Grams breakdown, and you want to come in my comment section talking some, oh, I think he's talking about girls having abortions. Shut the fuck up, you dumbass bitch. Do you think I'm stupid? The fuck are you talking about, bro? You done ruined your entire name, your entire channel to be Drake's ball holder. What a sad life. What a terrible life. All your content now is just nothing but beef. I mean, it was nothing but beef before, but now it's just beef and just nothing but Drake. That's all your content is now. Hold on, let me see if I can look it up. Let me see if I can go to this YouTube. Hold on. Mhm. Let's see. Let's share. Oh, wait, hold on. Every single thing on your page is Drake. Nah, hold on. Because I think he deleted some shit. Because I came on here earlier and there was a whole section full of nothing but Drake's face. Here we got everything is fucking beef. Drake made fun of Joe Budden for this. Young Dolph's real legacy. Rappers are defending Eminem hate. DJ Academics versus Freddie Gibbs. Bad beef. Joe Budden versus Gilly the Kid. DJ Vlad tried to destroy Joe Budden. Everything is negative. 50 Cent versus Joe Budden. Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Every diss explained. The beef explained. Mace versus Jay-Z, Tupac versus Mal. How are you telling us? Oh, that's probably what it is. Shout out to Jay Nolan for pulling up. Yeah, this is what I saw. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm like, I know I saw this page and it was just nothing but Drake's face. But this nigga want to talk about what we contribute to this space. You want to talk about the things that we do? The audacity. The audacity of you. Nothing but Drake. Did Iceman actually have impact? Who is this other nigga? I don't even know who the fuck that is. Interviewing the dancer from Little Birdie. Drake's darkest era just became his greatest. It's nothing but Drake content. Did you sign a contract to change Drake's image after you released 616 in LA, which did the most damage to him? You posted videos, you posted so much evidence about this man fucking on little girls. And now all of a sudden you're the voice, you have the flag, you're running around Canada like you Pac, championing this nigga's bullshit. You broke him down the worst. And you knew you broke him down the worst because you ended up putting the video on private. Hold on. Let me look up something real quick. Let me see if I can find a video. Chilla with Monie. 616 in LA. Let me try something for real quick. Hold on, y'all, because look at this.
Moment when they first met. On Buried Alive, Kendrick.
So I did this reaction June 29th, 2024. I'm reacting to his 616 in LA music breakdown, right? I gave credit to his channel and it's in my description. I've never updated the description ever since then. I've never had to. So if I go and click on the video, why is the video unavailable? Is that a part of your contract? When you did the Happy Dad partnership, they told you to delete the video, put the video on private. Why don't you want people to see this video? Why can't people watch this breakdown? Why don't you want the world to see the breakdown that you did on this man that you took a lot of hard work and effort to put into? Why can't the world see this video? Because you disgraced him the worst. Out of anything Jay Nolan has ever said, I don't even think Jay Nolan has ever said anything bad about that man. Besides what the facts are, reporting the story. AZChike has never intentionally made up anything about Drake. I have never intentionally made up anything about Drake besides presenting the fucking facts of the story. Curtis King has never said anything that was false about Drake besides presenting the story. The company man has never said anything negative about Drake besides presenting the story. Charles Brown has never. Charles Brown gonna rag on your ass all day and night. But you got the audacity to get on the fucking internet and talk about what we contribute to the culture, the hate that we contribute to the culture, when you disgraced him the worst out of all of us combined, you bitch ass nigga. The fucking audacity of you. You disgraced him so bad. Now you got the video on private. Now you can't even have the video up. And I guess in exchange for disgracing him so bad, You had to turn your YouTube channel into a fucking shrine of Drake. How dare you post videos about fucking Drake and you're in the video talking about, come on, man. These are young girls. I can tell. This is who you're promoting. A man who you agree have underage girls in his house. This is who you are promoting. This is who you have decided to dedicate your fucking career to. A man with questionable history with underage girls. This is who you dedicated your life to. This is why nobody can trust you. This is why nobody could trust you fucking snow devils. Because this is the shit y'all do. You are in fucking group chats with academics who is on the internet. Harassing a 15-year-old boy. Asking a 15-year-old boy, has he ever drank sperm before? Has he ever been fucked in his ass? Or whatever the fuck he said to this child. But you're sitting up with him cool on the fucking internet. You have no integrity. None. You have no morals. You will do anything for $1. You done sold your fucking soul to the devil. But you got the audacity to point fingers at us, bitch. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You are lost. I hope you took your medicine today. I would hate to see you find the nearest cliff. Because you know how you get when you don't take your bipolar medicine. You start saying things that you regret, then you come on the internet and telling us, oh, my girlfriend told me this, oh, my brother told me this. You start double talking and explaining your bitch ass self. But the audacity to tell us that we promote hate when you did ice me in the worst. Now in exchange, you done had to turn your entire fucking channel into a Drake promotion factory. You don't even post anything else. All you post is Drake. Drake this, Drake that. Drake this, Drake that. You're fucking weird. You're weird. Jay Nolan just ran down his resume. You can't compete where you don't compare. My little channel is just my little channel. But I'm out here interviewing people. I'm out here making connections. I'm out here doing actual fucking breakdowns. I'm actually out here talking about the music in comparison to you. I might not get the most views, but I'm out here actually making something of my little channel. Unlike you, your entire channel revolves around Drake. Without Drake, ain't nobody checking for you. Let's call a spade a spade. Ain't nobody checking for you. Your channel has no diversity. Meanwhile, mine does. Mine does. Mine does. That motherfucker is not in every fucking frame in comparison to you. So don't tell me what the fuck I post about. Don't tell me what the fuck I cover. When your entire world is Aubrey. This is your entire bread and butter. Without him, you can't even fucking move. You fucking loser. And again, to be honest, that's your choice. That's your choice. If this is how you want to promote yourself, rock out. Rock out, do your thing. But again, I do not know if you are maybe coming off of a night's binge of taking snowballs to the face. But don't you ever part your thin ass monkey lips to ever speak as if you have rank over people who actually come from this. Nigga, my family, you know what? I'm not even going to go into who my family is, what they've contributed to the music industry. Some of your favorite artists, my family is responsible for them existing. I don't really like putting my business out there. But don't play with me, bro. Don't you ever part your thin ass monkey lips to ever think you can tell me that you have authority over what the fuck I can and I can't promote, or what I can and can't talk about. Don't ever speak with authority over anybody in this space, because we're not bending over and spreading our ass cheeks wide open so academic could fuck us in the ass just to be down. That's you, pussy. That's you. Get your weird ass out of here. Get your weird ass out of here. This is ridiculous, bro. Again, you know, we'll probably be here again. He'll find another black content creator to harass. It's the same song and dance every fucking time with him. The views are running low. None of the OV hoes are paying attention to them because they don't like reading. They don't like doing breakdowns. They don't like thinking. So when he runs out of answers, what he does, the same thing, finds a new content creator to harass. I promise you, give it at least 2 weeks. Give it at least 2 weeks. He's going to be harassing somebody next. Nigga, please go outside and jump off a bridge. Please do us all a favor. Eliminate yourself. Why are they worried about contributions to the culture? Why are they worried about contributions to the culture buzzword? I don't know. I don't get it, bro. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what's going on with bro, but he got to get it together. Seriously. He has to get it together. I don't get why these Canadians don't just promote their own artists over there. There's plenty of artists. I have no idea. I don't. Shout out to Frank. Appreciate you pulling up, Frank. My favorite cousin, always putting it down. This weirdo needs to have his plug pulled. Stay true blue, Monie. Love you too, Frank. Appreciate you pulling up. I don't know what's up with bro. Back to the bases. Hey, cousin Grant. Evening, cousins. Here to support the goal. Thank you so much for supporting the goal. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And shout out to everybody who hit the like button. I see we got over 200 likes, so thank you. Also, another thing. I need to hold some of the cousins responsible too. That's another thing. I was talking about this earlier in the Discord, but I think I need to say this on here. Because the conversation don't really end with the stupid nigga and the nation of Drizlam. It don't end with views. It don't end with subscribers or the cousins. First of all, let me thank the people who genuinely support the community, right? The people who bounce between channels, the people who leave thoughtful comments, the people who share videos, become members, send super chats, and intentionally support creators they believe add real value. Love y'all down. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. This next part is not for y'all. So just sit the fuck to the back and just take it in. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. It's for the people who spend more time watching creators they claim to hate than the creators they claim to respect and enjoy. Some of y'all know every live stream. You can tell me every fucking thing Academic said. You can tell me every fucking thing Poetic Flacco said. Every tweet, y'all know it. Every controversy, y'all fucking know it. Y'all know everything. Every upload, y'all be the first motherfuckers in the comment section. Y'all are so committed to hate watching that you are literally teaching YouTube's algorithm to push those channels to even more people. And I'm sick of you niggas. I'm sick of y'all. You are helping create the success you say you don't want. And then you got the audacity to turn around and ask why quality controllers, content creators are struggling. You are why. Don't ask me why Jay Nolan consistently puts in work. Jay Nolan should be averaging 20 fucking K views every fucking video based on the work that he puts in. ABSA is a damn wizard with these legal documents. She does other things as well too. She ain't no slacking in no department. But she's a fucking wizard with these legal documents. She is the best in this space when it comes to making these legal findings, understanding for everyday people. But why the fuck is she stuck at 20K subscribers? I don't mean to just be putting her business on blast, but it's something I've noticed. Over the last 6 or so months, ABSA has been stuck at 20K fucking followers. Why? Why? It don't make sense. But y'all are in every fucking live stream waiting for her to explain these fucking legal documents to y'all. Nobody, in my opinion, nobody breaks down the reactions on YouTube better than Skip and DJ. I won't call no names, but niggas should not be having millions of subscribers over them. They are in their videos just sitting there, just bopping their head. They're not breaking down no lyrics, no nothing. They just saying, oh, this cool, this good, and going to the next song. But y'all keep showing up for them niggas. When Skip and DJ are on fucking 100 albums, shout out to the shooters. Those ladies are fucking phenomenal. Why do they only have 5K subscribers? Why? They only got 5K subscribers. I don't get it. They are fucking mathematicians with their breakdowns. Why are y'all not tuned into BK outside of Culture United? And I'm talking like this because I hate to see these Black content creators, my people who actually come from this shit, get the shitty end of the stick consistently. But you showing up for fucking What's the Dirt and giving him thousands of fucking views. And then you coming to my channel and telling me Academic said this, Poetic Flacco said this. Somebody needs to shut Poetic Flacco down because he's talking about Durkio the Ruler. Mind you, I done broke that Durkio the Ruler shit down 6 months ago. And you want to tell me I need to debunk Poetic Flacco? Nigga, I got a whole series going on with the most important song on these fucking rappers' albums, and I can't even crack 2K views. But you want me to be arguing Poetic Flacco? Get the fuck out my face, bro. Get the fuck out my face. I am so tired of y'all complaining about these people, but you keep showing up and putting money in their pockets. Music for breakfast. 3 Black women, phenomenal. Comedic timing is on 1,000, and y'all don't even show up and watch them. Why? Why? Big Zo TV is one of them ones. One of the best on YouTube. There are creators spending hours doing actual research, reading documents, checking sources, listening to albums multiple times, and building thoughtful conversations. Yet somehow outrage continues to outperform substance. What is going on? I'm not even making this about me. Y'all know what I do? Well, some of y'all don't, because y'all only show up when I'm going off. Y'all only like me when I'm going off. I don't know. But I'm talking about the ecosystem. If we truly want better conversations in hip hop media, if we're really pushing this new quote unquote media, we have to support people that's really creating real shit. We have to support new media. Y'all have to watch their videos. You have to leave comments. You have to share their content. You have to recommend them to other people. But instead, y'all want to keep sending us links to fucking Poetic Flacco, a nigga who live in fucking Wyoming somewhere. Like, come on. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. All of these clicks matter. Why do I have to have 200 people or so in my chat and I can't even crack 20 likes? If you don't like me, why are you here? Why do I have to tell my chat 300 times to like the video? And this ain't no me forcing you to do no shit. I'm just trying to make sense of it. That's all. I'm trying to understand it. If you like to show up for my live streams and it's 150 people in here, why are only 10 of y'all liking the video? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to do the math. I'm just trying to do the math. That's it. Like, you have to stop saying you don't want to see. You're tired of Poetic Flacco existing. You're tired of the narrative that, oh, Kendrick did this week. Kendrick did that this week. This person did that this week. This person did that this week. And you know it's all lies. But you wouldn't even know that shit is existing if you wasn't paying attention to the motherfuckers. But you're paying so much attention to them. Now you're expecting us to come over here and debunk it just to make you feel better. Well, you know what would make me feel better? If you genuinely supported me. If you genuinely supported my series that I got going on. But no, y'all don't do that. Y'all only support us when we gotta curse What's the Dirt out. Now you're only showing up because I'm going off on What's the Dirt. I don't know who it is, but somebody wrote in the comment section, this is why I'm here. You're literally telling me you only showed up because you know I was going to go off on What's the Dirt. You think that feels good to see? No, it doesn't. You don't show up for anything else, but you showed up because you know I'm going to put belt to ass on that section. That's fucked up. And you might not have meant it that way. But that's the truth. That's what it is. You probably don't realize how fucked up that is. That you're literally in my chat telling me I only showed up because I know you were going to curse What's the Dirt out. Where was you on the stream yesterday or the one before that or the one before that? Did you watch my video that I just did on earth sign shells? No, probably not. But you showed up to hear me curse somebody out, though. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. Should I find that as a compliment? I don't know. Exactly. Niggas thrive off negativity, but don't want to support when I'm actually doing real journalistic work. That's annoying. That's crazy to me. Again, I'm not trying to turn this into like some random long shit, but I just had to get that off. I just had to get it off. I'm just tired of niggas telling me what academics said. I'm just tired of it. And then demanding I cancel the narrative like I'm some fucking lapdog that you sick on somebody. These the same motherfuckers I haven't seen in my most recent uploads. Like, get the fuck out my face, bro. Get the fuck off my face. You can't, there's no way you're actually tired of the fake narratives and propaganda when you continue to show up and watch them idiots. You are a clown in the circus along with them. Put those big fucking shoes on and that big squishy nose and just stand in there. Another thing, before I get off my soapbox, another thing. Shout out to Gratitude Thoughts. Thank you so much, cousin, for donating memberships to the channel. If you've got a membership, please say thank you to Gratitude Graduated Thoughts. They don't have to do that, so appreciate you. Also, when you get your spare time, go check out the membership videos. There's some funny ones. But what else? What was I about to say? Oh, one more thing. I was just talking about, the creators that I typically show up for and watch and shit like that. I rarely try to watch creators because I don't want to like cross information. Sometimes we do have the same opinions, but I try to stay away because I don't want to, say similar things to them about that they have said on their platforms. But the people that I mentioned earlier, those are people that I respect on this platform, on this YouTube shit. I highlighted Black men. They get respect, but it's not fairly enough. The respect, the little bit of respect that they do get, the Black women on this YouTube shit get 1% of it. That's another thing I want to highlight. The Black men on this space, they get 50% support. The Black women on this YouTube shit, they get 1% of the 50% that the Black men are getting. Some of y'all don't want to hear it, but I gotta say it. Invest in women. Invest in Black women. There are brilliant Black women creating informed and thoughtful and entertaining content every single week on YouTube. And far too often, we are expected to work twice as hard for half of the recognition. Again, I mentioned AZChike earlier. I mentioned the shooters earlier. I mentioned BK. Music for breakfast. And when I say support, I'm not even just talking about monetarily. I'm talking about a like. I'm talking about a share. I'm talking about a comment. Those are the main things I'm harping on because it's hard out here in these streets. It's hard. Niggas got real lives. Niggas got real bills. Niggas got real families. So you can't always donate, which I am grateful for anybody who's ever went in their pockets to contribute to me. I love y'all down. Y'all don't have to do that. But when I'm talking about support, I'm not even talking about singly just monetarily. I'm talking about simple shit like a like. I'm talking about simple shit like sharing a video. I'm talking about simple shit like hyping up a video. When y'all do those things, that tells YouTube, oh, they like this video. Let me show other people the video. That's what I mean. We can't say we value diverse voices. Then our viewing habits should reflect that. At the end of the day, algorithms don't have morals. It goes based off what you are consuming. So if we keep feeding the outrage while ignoring the substance, we can't act surprised when the outrage becomes the dominant voice in the room. I told Company Man to have a ladies' night. I told him, Company Man has been trying to have a ladies' night. So don't think he hasn't tried, because he has. And that's eventually going to happen. Gratitude thought. Appreciate you again for the 5. I feel you, Monie. I'm also a content creator and cannot crack 100 subs. Hold on. Let me see something. Graduated thoughts. I'm not here to tell you what to think, only to ensure that you do. Cousin got 28 subs. She talking about why nations fell and why Africa was set up to lose. The pathology of policy. Is rage the right response? I want to watch this. Let me add that to my watch later, because I feel like raging sometimes. Reading the receipts. Spike Lee, Black Rage, and the refusal to forget. Willie Lynch in The Mind Game. Engineering a people surviving the wound. One story or many. What made Atlantic racial slavery uniquely evil? Y'all go over here and give our cousin a chance. And give her a chance. I dropped the link again. We got to support our people. Hidden Black Foundations of Global Civilization. Give them a chance. Shout out to everybody who subscribed already. I appreciate y'all. We up to 40 subs already. We can't keep allowing these weirdos to exist in this space. We can't. You know what I mean? Gotta support our own at the end of the day. Got to. Because if we don't, who will? But yeah, to wrap that up, again, this wasn't towards the cousins who do go out their way. Y'all know who y'all are. You know what I mean? The Miss Bynums of the world. Locomotion, always showing love. Whether I'm here or in another chat, always showing love. Dave, always showing love. Kim, always showing love. D2B2, oh, big bag D2B2. K-Way, crazy ass, always showing love. Bing, always showing love, always showing up. Our crazy ass cousin Naomi. Kaylani always show. Kaylani be pulling up when she got shit going on, just to show some love. You know what I mean? Like, we recognize these faces, and I see y'all supporting other platforms too. When I stop in and, you know, get a peek and say, hey, I see y'all in there showing love too. The people who consistently show love in just the smallest detail. Much love to y'all. Even the watchers, the lurkers, because I know some of y'all be lurking. And y'all be liking the video. Love to y'all too. But for the motherfuckers who only show up just to tell us what another nigga said, I hope you stub your toe. Cause I'm tired of y'all. Motherfucker literally came in my comment section on a video that ain't have nothing to do with what he talking about. Talking about some Poetic Flacco said this. Somebody need to debunk him. Nigga, don't you know I got a fucking video that I uploaded 7 months ago talking about this shit already? Where the fuck were you then? Get out my face. Man, I'm tired of this shit, bro. I really am. But anyway, to make this a positive end off, let's do y'all want to watch this Geek About It video? I mean, it's 10 o'clock. I know it's Friday. Shut your ass up. Okay. Do we want to watch this video tonight? I don't know. I know Sunday we supposed to be doing the B2K the BET Awards stream. But this video is supposed to be about what is this supposed to be about? Kendrick Lamar collaborates with South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Yeah, let's watch this. This is the link to the video in case you want to watch it in your spare time. That's the link to the video. Save it in your watch later. But we're going to be talking over this and shit like that. So there's going to be pausing. If you don't like pausing, oh well. I don't care.
Kendrick Lamar and the creators of South Park are about to release the most unhinged movie we've seen in a long time.
We're doing a movie with Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free and their company.
What is the comedy? What's the genre?
I would say comedy.
Comedy.
Yes.
Very funny.
Whitney Springs is a dark comedy from PG Lang, the creators of South Park, starring none other than Kendrick Lamar.
He picked a pretty tough character to play for his first character.
Well, he's a genius. He's his own kind of impressive creative force, and he's the real for sure.
The film follows a black man who works at a slavery museum and has grown increasingly frustrated with his job. And things only get stranger.
Enjoy your night, Flex.
What's interesting is the story entitled Whitney Springs is inspired by a real place, the Whitney Plantation in Louisiana, which today is a museum dedicated to the history of slavery in America.
Well, about an hour's drive from New Orleans along the Mississippi River.
Am I the only one who was like, ooh, at the alleged plot for the movie? I was like, ugh.
Frustrated with his job, and things only get stranger from there. What's interesting is the story entitled Whitney Springs is inspired by a real place, the Whitney Plantation in Louisiana, which today is a museum dedicated to the history of slavery in America.
Well, about an hour's drive from New Orleans along the Mississippi River sits the Civil War era sugarcane plantation. The Whitney Plantation looms as a stark reminder that our nation was built on the backs of slaves.
Tourists peer into cages where slaves were beaten. Statues of black children stare back at them.
The title has been public for years, yet nobody seems to have made this connection. Kendrick's character is hired by the museum to reenact the act of being a slave. Things take an even more uncomfortable turn when he discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. And as if the premise wasn't already wild enough, this movie is also a musical. The more you look into Whitney Springs, the stranger it gets. The years it's taken to make, all the delays and the back and forth with the studio. And almost nobody has taken the time to break down what this movie actually is. Until now. I spoke to someone who was on set when this was being shot, and they told me this movie was going to piss off a lot of people. In fact, these guys are going out their way to ruffle a lot of feathers. But most importantly, their goal was to make a movie that didn't exist until now. They have even developed new technology to help them achieve this. This is Whitney Springs.
PG Lang.
In 2022, PG Lang announced they were teaming up with Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creator.
Being said, I try not to think about the plot. I just keep thinking about how much I enjoy Kendrick and Dave Free. That's the only way I can take it. Exactly. Like I've been saying to myself, psyching myself out that, oh, Dave Free and Kendrick ain't gonna put no bullshit out. Oh, they not gonna do that.
Of South Park.
And to be honest, they're kind of proving my point because they've pushed the shit back several times and they're trying to get it right.
It sounded like one of the strangest collaborations imaginable.
Hi, I'm Trey Parker. And I'm Matt Stone. And this here's old Scratch. Say hi, old fella. We do a show called South Park.
But once you understand who Matt and Trey are and the kinds of stories they've spent their lives telling, the partnership starts to make a lot more sense. What makes Matt Stone and Trey Parker so unique is their complete lack of fear when it comes to their art.
From the time we were just starting, you know, when it was like, hey, you can't do this, this is going to screw up your career, we'd be like, okay. And we'd be like, well, okay, we're going to do that anyway. When you're doing this kind of stuff, you have to be fearless. We're not going to be afraid of anyone.
Their mindset is very similar to PG Lang, which is to make things that always push the envelope, projects that go against the grain.
A lot of the stuff, the subject matter we've tackled, the way we found ourselves there is simply trying to do something that no one else has touched. And so we're like, well, there's a reason why people haven't touched that. And we're like, oh, really? Because we want to go do jokes that other people haven't done, you know?
Are there lines that you won't cross?
No. We haven't found one yet.
They've spent 30 years making fun of everyone and everything.
Yeah, I like fish sticks. You like to put fish sticks in your mouth. Yeah. You're a gay fish. All right, that does it. I'm going to kick your mother ass.
Choke a South Park writer with a fish stick.
Politician.
Kanye, please. He was so mad at that. Shout out to my girl, Sweet Gemini, with the 5-0. Appreciate you, cousin. Thank you so much for contributing to today's goal with the big dog. Shout out to you, love. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Celebrities and corporations and even religions.
South Park's spoof of the Prophet Muhammad is drawing death threats.
Nobody is off limits, and especially not their peers in Hollywood.
That's one thing I did like about South Park, although it wasn't really like my thing. Anybody could get it. Anybody could get it. Nobody was safe.
Mr. Cruz, you can't just stay in the closet, all right? You need to come out. What's going on? Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
Do you sit down to piss people off? Never. We just know we're going to.
Deliberate or not, Trey Parker and Matt Stone have made a career and a fortune taking people down.
What I like about them is behind their jokes, they're always trying to say something meaningful. Like the South Park episode about the NCAA and its legalized slavery with college students.
You know what's getting a lot of traction in the last like maybe 6 months? How f***ed up the NCAA is and how f***ed up it is that players don't get paid in front of like 20 million people and they can't afford to fly their mom to the game.
Now they got NIL. Now they getting paid. But before it was like the auction block.
You have some mighty strong-looking workers here, sir. I'd be willing to offer you $40 for 2 of the white ones and $50 for the blacks.
Are you referring to our student athletes?
Student athletes? Oh, that is brilliant, sir.
Their first full-length project was an X-rated puppet movie called Team America.
Jesus, this is a nice limo. Yes, it is. Now suck my cock.
What?
Underneath the crazy jokes, they addressed America's war on terrorists post 9/11. This movie pokes fun at America's ignorance towards other countries in so many different ways, like how different countries are subtly portrayed with lazy stereotypes.
Bagala! Muhammad Jihad! La Durka Durka! Muhammad Jihad!
Durka La. Durka Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa Sherpa. Bakala.
Once again, they set their sights on some of the biggest names in Hollywood and made sure to clown as many of them as possible.
Did that say
when Team America came out, I saw
Allah. Durka Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa Sherpa. Bacala.
And once again, they set
They're
their
out of
sights on
pocket.
some of the biggest names in Hollywood and made sure to clown as many of them as possible.
When Team America came out, I saw it like 5 or 6 times. That's a movie that nobody in Hollywood wanted to be referenced in. Because they skewered everybody.
This kind of deeper meaning type storytelling falls right in line with how Kendrick likes to create his work. He likes to leave all sorts of details for people to catch on to later. It has to be something you're going to live with for a long time.
I like to put a lot of different things and you know, word plays and messages in my music because I want it to live further than 2 weeks. We take it, we listen to it, and we move on. But I want it to live for the...
You heard that? I like my music to live longer than 2 weeks.
The next 20 years. So you have to listen to it over and over and over again, you know, to fully understand.
The beauty about Matt and Trey's work is they make what they genuinely enjoy, and somehow it turns into a hit every time. Naturally, because of the nature of their show.
Hold on, y'all, my bad. And Gratitude though said, just say heads up, I don't do the script reading for my videos anymore. Apparently my voice is annoying, LOL. I do all the editing, script writing, research, and graphics during my lunch break. Listen, let me tell you something. I personally hate my voice. I don't think I've heard anybody ever tell me they hate my voice, but I personally hate my voice. If script reading is your thing, continue to do what makes you comfortable. Do not allow the comment section to dictate how you run your channel. If niggas don't like it, they can leave. Granted, we want them to stay, right? We want them to engage with the content, but they can fucking leave. So if I can tell you anything as just someone just starting out, right? Do not allow outside voices to influence how the fuck you do your content. So if you need to do your script writing, do your script writing and you read your content. You take your time, but you write your shit out and you read it back in your audio, okay? Fuck anybody who don't like your voice. You like your voice. That's all that matters. And we will be listening.
South Park, they constantly clash with the studio about what they weren't allowed to do or say. If they were told they couldn't do something, then they'd change it into something much
Shut
worse.
up, y'all. I hate my voice.
The roughest days, I mean, Paramount, it was just, you know, there's just a lot of miscommunication and a lot of things like that they just assumed that we would be okay with. And then we'd be like, no, we're not doing that.
It was really, they really had an attitude of like, we know how to do South Park, not you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you know, so.
And so they got really angry, right? And threatened to sue us and everything.
They're infamous for their letters to the studio, which basically are always telling them if they stop interfering, they'll make them all the money in the world.
We have figured out a way to make this video work. It's our formula for success. Cooperation plus you doing nothing equals success.
After the success of South Park, they did their puppet movie Team America. Then they created a Broadway musical called The Book of Mormon, which became a crazy hit and has grossed over $1 billion worldwide, making it one of the most successful Broadway shows in history.
This has been the scene outside the Eugene O'Neill Theater since March, as people line up for the Book of Mormon. It has already grossed $32 million, is sold out for the next 5 months, and probably will be for years to come.
Most recently, they signed a 5-year $1 billion deal for South Park with Paramount Studios, the people that are also behind this movie.
You are the 2 wealthiest comedians in the world.
That's not true. Trump is a comedian.
Well,
yeah.
And he's definitely richer. He might be richer.
Because they have all this leverage at Paramount, this group is able to do things which normally would never fly. Paramount isn't in the business of making original movies currently, especially a crazy movie about slavery that doesn't have a big movie star to put people in seats. This is the kind of movie that would send straight to streaming services. In fact, they try to stop it from going to theaters like they've done with their other movies recently, but Matt and Trey were not going for that. The latest update we got for the movie was Paramount now has to put it in theaters, and they will do so with closed eyes and gritted teeth. This film makes them nervous. They're most probably doubting it'll do well at the box office, but they literally have no choice.
A couple of the movie projects we're working on, they have to be shown in the theater and they have to be premiered there because they have to be seen in a collective experience. It is the best way to see it. But what I'm saying is like, it's a way you can't lie, right? People are going to show up to the theater. And that's one of the ways that theater is a much more honest thing than streaming.
Same thing with music. You got to get asses in seats at these concerts, man. That streaming shit could be manipulated. The views could be manipulated. You know? Asses in seats. That's what tell the real story.
Really, really don't believe anything I hear about what's a hit on streaming at all. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, almost conspiratorial. Like, I just don't believe it at all. Netflix has a $70 million movie on every week, and then you hear about it, it's gone in 3 days.
Right. Yeah, that don't make sense.
Like, screw that. Like, that sounds terrible. Like, I don't know. And I'm not talking about money. I'm just talking about, like, that just sounds terrible, you know? That's just like a terrible fate for something that you care about.
They wouldn't be able to do all of this without these two being a part of it. So you see how this is a perfect partnership for Kendrick and Dave. It means they can create exactly what they want without their creativity being stifled. A rapper that has never been in a movie and only has one TV appearance under his belt. There's no way any studio would have greenlit this project without the names that are behind it. But can Kendrick Lamar take on this role and actually do it justice?
Oh, that's easy, Carl. I can do that.
In 2018, Kendrick made his TV debut on an episode of Power.
My nigga.
He had people very impressed by his performance, even though it was short.
You recently had Kendrick Lamar guest
My nigga.
He picked a pretty tough character to play for his first character.
What makes him special?
Well, I think that he's willing to challenge himself.
Do you expect to see more of Kendrick on?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And he just did a little thing on Power.
I read about that. It said he was really great.
He was really
well, he's unbelievably talented. The guy is
talented.
After watching him on his episode of Power, I am an even more mega fan. So remember I told you, he's going to be like the next Will Smith, kind of like, he's amazing in every way.
When speaking about this appearance, he was adamant about challenging himself, not just doing a cool cameo that doesn't require much, like how artists usually do it.
I got a call from 50 and he said you wanted to be on the show. And I said, well, what do you want to play?
Yep.
Do you remember what you said to me?
Drug abuser, laces, a hothead. He's just a character that I know. I don't want to be something that people will predict or know. I want to be something out of the ordinary. That's what gives me the drive and gives me the hunger, just challenging and curiosity and wonder, damn, can I really kill this? You know, this is far beyond me, or can I really connect to this, you know, character emotionally?
Film has always been embedded in his language. Good Kid, Mad City was labeled a short film on the cover. The video for These Walls was a black comedy, and it unfolds like a sketch. He has always been pulling from cinema, which is something he has always had a great passion for. In 2015, Don Cheadle, the actor, tried to cast Kendrick in his Miles Davis film. He wanted him to play a character that ended up getting portrayed by Lakeith Stanfield.
I had wanted him, and he was someone that I had thought about casting in my movie that I did, Miles Ahead, and have him play the role of Junior. And we talked about it for a long time, and he said, I don't think I'm ready to do that.
To him, it wasn't some sort of vanity metric to say he was in a movie. If he is going to do it, he's going to do it right. Though Don Cheadle couldn't get him in the movie, he was still able to perform alongside Kendrick in the DNA video.
And, you know, to talk about acting, like when we shot that video,
that's a
Kendrick
crazy
was so,
concept.
Like, with it, you know what I mean? He was so, like, between takes, you know, in our part of the video, he's handcuffed to the table and he's, you know, doing his whole stuff in cuffs and they would go to take the handcuffs off and he'd be like, no.
In character.
He's in character. He stayed in them the whole video. I was like, does he know that he doesn't have to leave these on when the camera's off? He's like, no, he's dead, like really committed. And
for years, he was preparing, learning from the greats like Don Cheadle, aka the original Kung Fu Kenny. He wanted to know how stories were structured, how characters were written, and how great films actually worked.
He had called me up one day and he's like, what are you doing? And I kind of took a screenshot.
That will be fire.
When I was writing the movie and I had all these 3x5 cards laid out on the counter. He's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out what scenes go where and how to organize that. He's like, why would you do that? And we were on the phone for an hour with him just so curious and so inquisitive about the writing process.
I was just about to say, Kendrick seems like a very curious person. Like he's always looking to learn something new.
And how it works and how do you prepare this and why would you move that scene there? I was like, wow, this dude's just a curious, he's just a very curious dude. I did Kendrick a lot.
In this interview, you can see Don was about to say Kendrick really wants to make movies, and then he quickly stops himself.
It was great, and he really wants to, and he just did a little thing on Power.
Action.
Kendrick out here said, I want to do my own stunts. Yes, we are live. We are live.
Many of the people around him speak about his approach to discipline and preparation. He's always prepared, like DJ Head says, and he won't be any different for this endeavor.
God is in shape year-round. He's one of the most prepared individuals I know.
He knew he wasn't ready 10 years ago, and he took all this time to
Yeah.
prepare and to learn from the greats. The same way Will Smith called on to him for advice about his music. I'm pretty sure Kendrick has called on to him and others while preparing for this project.
I called Kendrick and Jay-Z before I started writing. Kendrick was like, you have to say that thing that you've always been terrified to say.
I don't know if you've noticed it.
Kendrick, don't get his nigga Will Smith no more advice. That nigga put out one of the worst albums of all fucking time. I love Will. Love the Fresh Prince down, but don't get that nigga no more advice, okay? Don't even pick up the call when he call. If you do pick up, change the subject immediately.
But for the last 5 to 7 years, Kendrick has surrounded himself with more actors, filmmakers, and people in Hollywood. Looking back now, that probably should have been the first sign that he was serious about becoming an actor. And honestly, once you start looking back at his work over the last few years, the signs are everywhere. Almost everything he's done since Mr. Morale has had some kind of actor involved, or it's had some sort of cinematic influence. It really feels like him and Dave were quietly sharpening their storytelling abilities before taking on something this
really good. He's so
well,
great.
he's a genius. He's his own kind of incredibly, impressive creative force, and he's the real deal for sure. He asked me to participate, and of course, he's the kind of artist that I particularly love. You know, that sort of very uncompromising, very serious artist.
Mr. Morale, this is Helen Mirren, and I'll be guiding you through this performance. You've been in your comfort zone for over 1,855 days. You had to get out eventually.
He had Tessa Thompson interview him during the screenings for We Cried Together. In this interview, he revealed he wanted to capture the writing and the cinematography first. In fact, he hadn't even planned to put it on the album.
I swear I'm tired of these emotional ass, ungrateful ass bitches, unstable ass, confrontational ass, dumb bitches. Wanna bring a nigga down, even when I'm trying to do right. We can go our separate ways right now. You can move on with your life.
They actually held limited theatrical screenings specifically to qualify for the Oscars. We also have to look at the team he's built around him.
I can't sit here
My
and
nigga,
say
access
all
is
me
live one more
because
time. I'm gonna
these are people that are just as passionate and want to see us win.
Adam Newport-Berra is one of the elite cinematographers working today. He's the person responsible for the visual language of The Bear, Euphoria, and The Studio, amongst many other shows. He's been working with Kendrick and Dave since 2020, across music videos, and now this movie.
They came to me with a really specific vision for what they wanted to do, and I kind of just felt like I got it right away. Kendrick and Dave always want to push it and change and shapeshift, and that's part of Kendrick's work, is always evolving and changing. But that's what's incredible about him, is that
That's his mechanic name. That's his mechanic name. He got his mechanic shirt on.
no matter what he does, it still could only be him behind it.
Jake Schreier, who directed
Mad impressive, especially because they did that shit in one take. That's fire. You know what's funny too? I just did the breakdown of Earth Sign Chelsea's daddy died, and apparently they did her take in one take as well, which is crazy.
Marvel's Thunderbolts, has spoken about going with PG Lang to IMAX to study filmmaking.
You know, something that happened during the pandemic was I was shooting these music videos, and they were these like long Warner videos. I did one for Baby Keem and did one for Kendrick, and you know, we had this time on our hands, and we went with those guys at PG Lang down to IMAX headquarters because we all got to watch Tenet there together. And then we actually got to have this great experience of like those music videos and the way they were filmed, and they're all in Wonder and these really spacious environments. Like we made IMAX. So those guys got to watch them, and those are in the full 4:3 aspect ratio.
An important thing to note is this isn't just any comedy. This is a Mad Stone and Trey Parker comedy. That's a very specific type of humor. And naturally, people are wondering whether Kendrick can actually pull this off as a lead actor. But interestingly enough, people around him have been hinting for years that he's secretly hilarious in real life.
I think we take him too seriously as an audience.
Nah, for sure. If you isolated him in a room with two comedians, I think he'd be the funniest person.
And he's a funny dude. If you know him in person, he's a very funny guy.
I don't think anyone would think that because all of us on the outside have no idea. It seems very
silly as they're all silly.
He's actually hilarious.
In real life.
I don't get the narrative that people don't know Kendrick is hilarious. Because I think it's pretty obvious how funny he is. I mean, I guess if you're not following him, you probably won't notice, but I think he puts it on display a lot. Everybody has this perception of Kendrick that he's so serious and uptight. When he's goofy as fuck. You can listen to his music and tell how goofy he is in his music. Y'all done made up this narrative in y'all head that he's always, so stoic and so serious all the time. He's a fucking goofball.
I heard he's a funny guy. He's hilarious.
Like, that is some shit. I mean, he gonna clown you all day. I didn't have to stop this nigga from fighting on tour buses. This nigga is funny. He got 1,000 jokes.
For me and for my...
Anybody who will go to the swap meet and buy fake Jordans for their birthday is a fucking maniac. Okay?
Partners that's been around me since 2005, 2006, like my brothers, they know my personality. They know my capabilities, even when it wasn't presented to the public at first.
We've seen little glimpses of it over the years, like when he prank called J-Rock on the radio.
106, who's this?
Hello, J-Rock.
Yeah, this J-Rock. What it do?
I love the album you've been putting out.
Man, I appreciate that, baby.
Oh, I like it.
And be very clear. J-Rock was keeping it professional because he knew I was listening. He knew I wasn't going for no bullshit, so he was trying to be cordial to the fan and shit. Like, oh, that's what's up. Appreciate you, baby, for supporting the channel. Because he know when he got home, I was going to whoop that ass. Okay?
What it do?
I love the album you've been putting out.
Man, I appreciate that, baby.
Oh, I like it. I like him tall, dark, and handsome now.
Oh, you like him tall, dark, and handsome?
I love him. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get the album real quick.
That nigga said, I love him. I love him. Kendrick is a stupid ass, man. And you are right. They definitely want him to be mean.
Oh, you like him tall, dark, and handsome?
I love him. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get the album real quick because every time I bump the album, I love
it. Stuff like that reminds you Kendrick actually has a weird, goofy side that he usually keeps hidden from the public. Even his childhood friend Mac has talked about this before.
That for some reason it just kind of got reduced down to this.
Yeah.
People think he is.
Yeah. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, he's fucking funny. Stupid. He's an ignorant motherfucker. So it's like,
it's like when I be saying all that militant shit, I be like, man, this nigga bullshit. Yeah. When I see that thug, because I know he a bullshit nigga.
No,
he said that nigga is not militant.
This nigga is a motherfucking riot.
For real though.
Like nonstop.
This role gives him an opportunity to flex an entirely different creative muscle. The thing that made me sit up straight when I first started digging into this project wasn't Kendrick. It wasn't Trey Parker or Matt Stone. When I found out the screenplay was written by a man named Verzuz.
But to be honest, it really be like that though. Not to keep pausing because we got another less than 10 minutes. But that's really what it be like in reality. Because I know I'm like that. If you catch me on a regular day, I'm typically to myself. I'm a homebody. I like to just be in my own space. And I don't just be, talking to everybody. I mean, I'm very outgoing and shit like that. I'll talk to anybody, but for the most time, I'm very reserved into myself. But when I'm around my people, when I'm comfortable, I'm a fucking riot and I'm a good time. But for the most part, I'm just chill somewhere in a corner, just observing the scene.
Vernon Chapman.
Who the fuck are you?
Vernon is a very special, peculiar character. He writes for South Park and Jackass. He's worked closely with Chris Rock, Louis C.K., someone who's widely considered one of the greatest stand-up comedians to ever do it.
I get a lot of press for doing everything by myself, but I really...
So what I'm getting from this video is these niggas put together the Avengers, essentially, which shows me they're not bullshitting about this film and it being serious. So that's a good thing. They done assembled the fucking Avengers at this point.
Don't. I just take all the money and the credit. This is Vernon Chapman. Really, really important.
He has created a bunch of shows for Adult Swim that are unlike anything else on TV. The one that really shows you who Vernon is, and my personal favorite out of everything he's ever done, is Xavier Renegade Angel.
I'm putting you out to work the field. Whippity whippity whoa. And what do you call these wind monkeys? Wiggables?
Wiggers. Well, I caught this wigger staring saucy at my mistress.
You've totally broken wind.
Xavier is a surrealist dark comedy about a man who wanders through the world trying to solve everyone's problems, but he always ends up making everything worse everywhere he goes.
Is that for her ass in you? Or would you prefer her ass in you? I'm her protectorate. She owes her life to me, and now I'm her soul slave. That's good. Let me write that down. Write that down.
There's no real coherent plot. There's no clear story arc. It's just wild, out-of-pocket absurdity.
Welcome to the U.S. Army. How can I help you?
I need some of that disease you guys invented.
Crack?
The other one.
AIDS.
That's the spice.
Here. Someone left this in the lost and found.
Futada.
But underneath all that chaos, Xavier is actually a show about philosophy and spirituality. Vernon has said he made it as a warning about the dangers of getting too deep into spirituality. But the first few times you watch it, you don't get any of that. You're just sitting there, confused.
We've just a little depressed since he died. A dead child is like pudding. The proof is in the fact that he probably looked like pudding when he got hit by that car. And I think it's time you be putting his chocolate memory to rest.
Most recently, he made a stop animation show called The Shivering Truth, which somehow is even weirder than Xavier. His partner on the show described his work like this. Vernon writes the best surrealist and most hilarious material. You laugh when you're scared. It's unsettling and psychedelic simultaneously.
So he writes these crazy things and I read them like he just gave me the biggest cake to eat. I love scripts that make my mind expand and make me feel a little crazy. That's the kind of writer Vernon is, and it's my favorite kind of writer.
So when I found out that this man, this very strange but deeply gifted man, wrote the screenplay,
make my mind expand and make me feel a little.
That flick behind the ear, she feeling more than a little something. She getting off to this.
Crazy. That's the kind of writer Vernon is, and it's my favorite kind of writer.
So when I found out that this man, this very strange but deeply gifted man, wrote the screenplay for a movie starring Kendrick Lamar, and it's directed by Trey Parker, that's when I knew this is not going to be a normal movie. That much is guaranteed. Now we can get into the. It's directed by Trey.
Bitch, is this a panini press? Oh my God, she gonna melt the baby. She gonna grill cheese the baby.
Parker. That's when I knew this is not going to be a normal movie. That much is guaranteed. Now we can get into the specifics of the movie. It's an ensemble comedy with Kendrick acting as a slave reenactor, which is the main character. His love interest is acted out by Chloe East, who killed it in that movie Heretic. Trey Parker is directing the movie, and he also acts as the mayor of the town. Another person that is rumored to be in the movie is Mark from RDC, which isn't far-fetched because of his relationship with Kendrick.
Kendrick had followed me on Twitter, and then we was talking on messages, and he was like, "Hey man, let me get your number. I want to give you a video idea real fast." Me and my homies think it'd be funny, and I was like, "I bet." He said, "I'm gonna FaceTime you one day this week."
One of the people.
That is such some Kendrick shit to do. Say, "Hey, I got a video idea for you." Like what? I think you would be good for this. That is such a Kendrick thing to do. That's like when he be sending niggas voice notes like, "I want you to sing it like this," and he starts singing on the voice notes.
People I spoke to who was on set told me Trey Parker was having a blast while he was directing, and they were all laughing their asses off. They reassured me again that there will be a lot of people angry at this movie. They also explained one of the scenes they were in, what was happening, and exactly what they were doing. But of course I can't say because that'll be snitching on the person. But let me be the one to tell you, this movie is wild. Whatever you think wild is, think wilder. Another person said that whilst the movie was very funny, they were not sure that the story and the jokes would do well for a whole movie. They said that at times it felt very much like the skits on SNL. Maybe that's the reason the movie was delayed twice and did not get released when it was supposed to. At first they blamed the delay on Kendrick going on tour and not having enough time to promote the movie. But the truth is, he and Dave decided a lot of the movie had to be reshot and rewritten. They felt what they were seeing during the editing process wasn't good enough.
No, nigga. No. No. No!
After they announced that the movie was being delayed again, word from an insider was that the script had changed significantly. The film that exists now is substantially different from the film they started making. Now this could be either a great thing or a very bad thing. There are plenty of productions that fell apart in the last minute changes, and projects that lost their original vision in the chaos of rewrites. And there's also instances like the movie Hangover, which went through a complete last minute rewrite. They didn't have a lot of time to do it, and it still became one of the defining comedies of its generation. Significant changes don't automatically mean something is wrong. Sometimes it means the people in charge of the project care enough about it to want to make something better.
Me and Dave, we sit in the trenches all day ever since High Power video. 16 motherfucking hours. I don't give a fuck how much budget we got. $1,000, $1,500. We gonna edit that bitch to death.
Kendrick definitely challenged us. Like, it was one of those moments where it's like, you come to him with an idea and we're like, this is what we can do this. And he's like, we can save money if we do this. And he's like, nah, you know.
We always have a certain template to follow, and that's to die by it, double down on the idea, and die by it.
And shout out to Mike Carson. He like the silent assassin, be in the background. I know we give a lot of praise to Kendrick and a lot of praise to Dave, and rightfully so. But shout out to Mike. He be in the back, fucking wizard.
It's the idea. We don't give a fuck if that shit, we gotta have the imperfections to get to it. It'll never be perfect.
I think him just really pushing the envelope on us and making sure that we understood, like, you know, this is not something that we can just redo. You know, I think that was a really important element.
You can bet they came to a few clashes with the studio over putting more money into reshooting a lot of this movie again. I think also the story is something they need to get right. At the end of the day, it is about the Black experience, and it needs to be told properly. This could be another reason Trey and them teamed up with PG Lang. This is a topic Kendrick has addressed before, and they need somebody who understands it, but most importantly, someone who is able to execute on it. Just because of the outline of the story, a lot of people are going to be looking at it sideways, so it has to be done properly. Most importantly, storytelling is a big part of what Kendrick and Dave do. It can't just be a funny comedy movie. They want to say something meaningful the way they always do, especially with the specific topic of slavery and the history of America. They also don't want to make a movie that will come and go. They are aiming to make something that people will go back to years later, something that has a lot of impact.
Shout out to PG Lang. Make some noise for PG Lang. That's my team, man. It's 30 incredible individuals. We are doing something that will long live the culture. You know, from a music standpoint, from a creative standpoint, fashion, film. I can't wait to see what happens next. I know it's gonna happen next.
Dave Free has spoken about this in his latest interview. The idea that storytelling has to help people. It has to change something. It has to latch onto someone. They named their new company Project 3 because of the 3 pillars of storytelling: the beginning, middle, and end. They're not just making a funny movie. They're making a comedy that also focuses on race and social commentary.
I'm good. How you doing?
The question is whether they can land all of that at once. Whether funny and heavy and weird and still meaningful can coexist within a film. This makes everything so much harder, and is possibly the reason it's taken so long to complete.
It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of creative individuals. I can't sit here and say it's all me, because these are people that are just as passionate and want to see us win, but also want to put out something that lives a long, long time. And with Dave's creative mind, it's just, he's insane, man. That dude is like Basquiat in so many different fashions.
This movie seems to be a really tough challenge, but as we've seen with these guys, they love to challenge themselves and rise to the occasion. There's a good chance it doesn't turn out good, but if anybody can do it, it's this group of creatives. The trailer will be out in the next few months, and when it does, I think only then will people understand what this movie will be and why it took so long.
Shout out to Geek About It for the breakdown on Whitney Springs. Again, I just posted the link. If you want to go and watch it yourself, definitely go over there and watch it, or go over there and like the video. If you haven't, I think this was a good breakdown.
Stop it from going to
Very informative, very dope video for sure. Lo, I don't know if it's changed my opinion about being iffy about the plot, but again, like I was saying earlier, like if anybody who could pull this shit off, it is PG Lang, it is Project 3. I don't think they've put out anything bad ever. Based on the things that they've done recently. I think they just recently did something with the NBA and the Players Tribune. So they're working for sure. But if the movie comes out this year, I will be there. If it comes out next year, I will be there. Regardless, I will be there to watch it. And we'll see how it plays out. But you know what I really want from Kendrick though? I want him to turn Good Kid, Mad City into a movie. I think Big Steppers Tour could be turned into a play, an actual play, you know? But yeah, that's that video. What time is it? I'm getting a little tired. It's 11 o'clock. We've been on here for almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. I think that's a good stream. But shout out to everybody who pulled up for the last 3 hours. I appreciate y'all. I'm not doing this with you tonight, okay? Nork, I'm not doing this with you tonight. So zip your lips. You gonna be in here Sunday when he performing at the BET Awards, and you're gonna like the performance, okay? So yeah, I think that's gonna be my next stream Sunday. So 6 o'clock, we're gonna watch the BET Awards. I'm not airing it on my screen, so don't think I'm gonna have the BET Awards up on my screen. Y'all know what happened the last time with the Grammys. They had me in prison for 2 months, so it's not happening. But if you wanna watch it at home and watch it with me, I'm gonna have my iPad. And I'm going to just be live talking while the show is going on. So pull up on Sunday if you want. Watch it with me as a family. Appreciate y'all pulling up on this Friday night. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all night. Thank you to everybody who contributed to the goal. Thank you to everybody who contributed to the likes and being here. But y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy yourself. And I will holler at y'all in my next one. Later.